See, love not true, we go flow correct. If you won't fly, I go free your wing. No heavy load, make I hold your neck. Small, small step when I didn't hear you. Every word get meaning true. If I fall, make I fall like rain. Slow motion when I call your name. Step back, make I look this blessing well. Now God give me this kind fine girl. If now you ever choose for me, then tonight get rhythm, we go feel. Relax, your vibe, sweet past melody, soft laugh like rhythm and blues for me. Every move like guitar sound, pull my soul, make it spin around. Titi lie, make we take time slow. Make the moonlight guide our flow. Gentle touch, while we go rush when the time now. Slow motion, love, slow motion, dance. Make the feeling get one chance. Take your time, no the rush. Make the rhythm lead both of us. Your body get madness for motion. Turn around like wave for ocean. No fast life when the vibe is deep. At the moment breathe, make we keep. Girl, your pull strong like gravity. I don't love, but the night's still free. Long time I deal with this chance. Now the stars are sing with me. Oh, this night got
yeah. She know me as king, but today I told her she'll see me as sin or a god. Bow down, it'll give me your eyes. I come before you, but not as a mirage. To be the answer to all of your prayers. Get it now instead of waiting on later. Need a man that isn't stricken by greed. I'm only stricken when you get on your knees. Girl, don't pray for me, you can pray to me. It's blasphemous if you don't believe. Cause I bear the fruit, but not off the tree. But I bear the fruit to show you you're free. Don't pray for me. All the things you wanna say for me, you can say to me. Activate my inner savior. Can't watch you act on your inner nature. I can't watch you slide down that pole. Watch new niggas take you home. I'm here to save your soul and purify you with that roll. I can't just sit back and just watch you. You got a heavy burden, I'ma spot you. You feeling sick, I'll be a doctor. I want you to love me. I want you to love me like a God that you ain't never seen. I wanna be the heaven you ain't never been. I wanna purge 11 that's been meddling. Life's a trip, keep you pedaling. Let my love just settle in. I write you letters in cursive. Just let me be the one you worship. Yeah, worship. You can pray to me, you can worship.
Stop fronting. Yo, chat was good. Good morning to everybody that's out working, whether you on your day off, you're chilling on the couch, making breakfast, you at the gym. Good morning to all of you guys. Your boy is up early today, getting to the money. All right, just had a missed session, so it's all good. I'm up right now. I said, screw it. I might as well come talk to the audience, see how everybody's doing, and just talk a little bit more about, just work, making money, freedom, things like that. So this stream, I'll probably be working and talking. I'm trying to start doing more of that because some of the reasons why you guys don't get these long, consistent streams from me is because, I stream consistently and I stream pretty long, but I've been streaming late night because I try to work. I try to do all my shit during the day and I have time for YouTube. I'm trying to figure out a formula where I could basically be working and be on stream, right? Now, what I would want to do is like share my screen, show you guys what I got going on, but then I realized I got too much personal stuff on my computer and I don't know what I'm going to let slip. So I figure, I'll probably share a couple things on the screen when I can talk to you guys. I know most of you guys only really turn the stream on anyway, so y'all can just have something to listen to while you guys do your thing. So I figured that I come on here. So I want to make sure that everybody can hear me. You guys can put a 1 in the chat. Hit the like button on the way in. Okay. Let me know what y'all are doing today, where y'all are working at. I would love to know what a lot of you guys do for work. So, but yeah, man, your boy is on here. And, I've been talking about going back to the States for quite some time. And, I've been talking about going back to the States for quite some time because I feel like I want to establish some real financial leverage so we can start considering purchasing property and getting long-term visas in some of these places, because it sucks to have to keep moving places every, couple of months. I know y'all say just get a visa, but the thing about it is part of me is indecisive about where I want to spend a lot of time in, and a part of me has to make a longer investment. So I don't want a visa for 6 months to a year. I know Medellin has cut down how long you can get the digital nomad visa to 6 months. I would rather get a visa for 2 years, 6 years, 5 years. I know Thailand, I'm probably going to do the Muay Thai visa. I think when we go back to Thailand, we're probably going to really dedicate ourselves to Muay Thai. But the only way I'm going to be able to do that is I need to be working a job that my regular sleep schedule falls in line with being in Thailand. That's one of the biggest reasons I had to leave Asia, because the time zone is just so off, right? I'll be having to speak to clients at 12 o'clock at night just before I'm about to go out. So that wasn't really the best strategy. So coming back and working in my regular time zone is very helpful. But now I'm thinking to myself, man, how do we make strong moves, right? Because I'm 30 now. I got to be way more strategic with how I make my moves and what I do. So I'm entertaining government contracts. I probably should have been doing this before, but I was trying to focus on I've really cut my focus down to trying to focus on only a couple things at a time. I don't want to focus on things a bunch of different things. But I realized when you're working online and you're working for yourself, you got to do whatever is going to get you money. Pause that. You guys know what I mean. So you can't turn down an avenue of work because it's a little different than what you're used to doing, right? It's a hard economy right now. You got to get it however you can. So I'm entertaining government contracts today. I met an older gentleman out here a couple weeks ago that was talking about building large language models for government agencies and healthcare. I think that's interesting because over this past year, I was working in healthcare tech, where I was building out applications and things like that for healthcare. So I figure I should start entertaining just general government contracting, healthcare stuff, just anything really. And even if it's just web management, I'm tired of these one-off jobs. These one-off jobs got to stop. And we got to start doing more long contractual, you're going to pay me for X amount of months or weeks at a time. So even though that's how I've been doing things for my own personal business, I'm trying to move all my clients to that. You know what I'm saying? All my clients, sometimes they just need a one-off job, and I'll take it if the money right. But certain jobs you got to turn them down because they don't even really make sense after a while. Let me see. Yeah, so I'm working. So I'm gonna be talking and working. I'll probably take a little break and do some reactionary content and shit. So when you heading back to Asia, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I know when we leave Colombia, we're probably Like when we go overseas again, it's probably gonna be Asia. But a lot of you guys are telling me to go to Brazil, but I think I should try to go to Brazil when it's warm. You feel me? Type shit. So shout out to all you guys that's trying to break out the matrix. All of you guys that's trying to work online. I heavily recommend that you guys do some training. For those of you guys that don't know, I do offer online training, tutoring, and consultations for whatever it is, tech related or working for yourself related that you would like to get into. I dive heavily into AI. If you guys want to learn how basically to utilize AI to make money, I'm going to simplify it for you. You have to automate. Okay? My dream over 10 years ago, or almost 10 years ago, was to get to the point that we are now, where you can automate everything. I automate email outreach. I automate social media posting. I even automate editing my own vlogs. I have not edited a video in over a month, but I still drop videos every week because I have my AI. It watches my podcast. It watches my live streams. It picks the best moments. It clips it and it uploads it for me. It's even making thumbnails. So I virtually don't have to do anything. YouTube has now become passive income, besides when I'm streaming. And now I'm duplicating this for other clients of mine that want to start doing like soft marketing on the internet. And I could do the same thing for you. So those of you guys that want to try to automate YouTube and things like that, right? I'm here to help. Okay. So you guys can contact me. You guys can book a consultation. My consultations are $75 for 30 minutes, $150 for 1 full hour. Ask me any question you want, from travel stuff to social dynamics and dating overseas, or if you want to just make that explicitly a time for you to take advantage of, how to automate, get your own stuff set up. You can go to the homieshub.com, hit consultations. You can book your consultation through there. We'll get on a call and we'll work things out. You could also send me an email at forthehomies96@gmail.com for those of you guys that want to contact me and work with me directly. Digital nomads, for those of you guys that are working overseas, want to make a little bit of extra bread, want to get plugged into my automation system and get access to the stack. Digital nomads here start at $100 per month. We got a couple digital nomads in the digital nomads here. And once you've been paying for at least 6 months, you are entitled to a free website or web application with your boy. So take advantage, man. Let's break out the matrix. Let's be free together. Let's figure out how to get this bag together and just keep building, man. That's pretty much it. So I've been automating pretty much my whole life away. I try to do as minimal work as I possibly can. I've been finding that now that I've been automating my life, I pretty much have more time to sleep and go to the gym and fuck off. Okay. Granted, I'm not fucking off, but I don't spend nearly as much time by my computer as I used to. I used to pull 15-hour days sitting by my computer doing a little bit of everything. Now I don't need to do that. So it's been very fortunate for me to not have to do that at all. Let me see. 1 second. So what I'm about to build right now is I'm about to build an automation alert system when the Sam I Am government website drops contracts that look like they make sense for what I would want to submit to, and then we're going to submit it. So I've been actually this is actually the kind of tech I like working on, is building shit that actually makes or moves like the whole economy. So just a quick little conversation. I don't know if any of you guys know what Algorand is, but Algorand is basically a blockchain. It's just, think of it as a cryptocurrency. It's similar to Bitcoin, things like that. But the thing is, you can build things on top of it. A couple years ago, they had awarded me a $15,000 grant because I had built or integrated their software into what is known as a creator ecosystem. And I could have took any route. This was before AI was like popular. This was like 2022, 2023. This was like before AI was really popular, but cryptocurrency and blockchain, a lot of people think was like a fad, NFTs and things like that. It's not a fad. What it is that there is no real usability right now that warrant it being important. However, to obviously increase the usability of their chains, they held these contests. And basically what you guys see here at the Homieshub, you guys see I got a website, streaming site, like an ecosystem. This was before we had real consistent users, right? I had like 1,400 users on my app. Almost none of them are using the app daily, but I had basically created a proposal as to how we would get more transactions with the creator economy, and that's taking money and making sure it flows amongst everybody. What you guys are witnessing here at the Homieshub is exactly the same thing that I had got my grant for, right? So I know travel and black men and women and entertainment and shit, but I just want you guys to know there's real architectural structure behind what I do. I don't do anything just for the sake of doing it. There's always me trying to hit 6 birds with 1 stone, and we end up doing that. So Algorand has another proposal where they're giving out like $15,000, $25,000. They're giving out like $100,000, $150,000 worth of cash prizes. That's like a quarter salary. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a quarter salary right there. Like whatever you make in a quarter, like depending on your salary. So I'm like, if I can get into that, that would be dope. And I figure a lot of these like institutions don't have dedicated builders in the space. And thanks to like Claude and other AI programs, I don't need to learn how to code from scratch anymore. Because here's the thing about programming for some of you guys that want to get into tech. You need to specialize in a language, or you need to specialize in a stack. When you get into like cryptocurrency and things like that, you got to specialize in a language or specialize in a stack. If you're going to get into building games, you need to specialize in, like C#, C++, like just advanced coding language. They're not really advanced. They're like legacy coding languages to build games, and you'll get it once you start understanding computing. Or if you're going to build like web applications like Facebook and things like that, or like the next TikTok, you need to get into other coding languages, right? So the thing about that now is you no longer need to you no longer really need to learn how to code. Is it good to know? Yes. I think you need to understand the flow of code. Like you need to understand the basics, but you need to understand the core things, right? And this is going to sound really nerdy for some of you guys, but please just bear with me. Don't click off. I know y'all want to, Python is a computational language, right? Python is one of those languages where when you're building structural systems, or let's just say when you're building automation, you need to get as close to the bits that a computer can process. And Python is one of those languages that does that. I think Java is like another language that does that as well, right? You cannot build an automation system with JavaScript. You cannot build, some of you guys that don't know nothing about coding, you cannot build an automation system with CSS, HTML. You need to get into computational shit. And why I say that is you need to understand those basics when you start vibe coding, because I know nowadays everybody wants to vibe code their own app, and that's totally fine. I've been going years without vibe coding. Now that I can vibe code, as someone who does not code anymore and never really enjoyed coding, never really wanted to sit down there and learn the syntax of a language, I've always been the guy that would structurally design the app and deploy the app, but I would not be building it. I would design how it looks, how it functions, the tech software it's going to use, but I wouldn't build it. I would hire other people to build it out for me. I virtually no longer have to do that. I build it all myself. And that's why I'm able to ship code really fast, because I can tell my AI exactly what to do, exactly what not to do, and how to audit my own code and go through it and read it and see if something looks weird or looks funny. So a lot of institutions are missing individuals with that level of thinking. And what's happening is a lot of institutions are running on legacy software, but they actually need to upgrade and move their software into something else. And a lot of these software developers, engineers, they don't want from what I'm noticing, a lot of them don't want to take these jobs. Like, they don't want to take these jobs. They don't want to do none of that shit, right? So that leaves a gap in the market for people. And what you have is you have a lot of like companies that don't have a budget to actually pay because they're still small. And then you have the ones that have the budget to pay, but they can't find the talent. That's just to just give you guys, I just wanted to share that with y'all. It doesn't get any deeper than that, but I say that to say this. The reason why I'm going for a lot of these, spots on a contractual basis is because I feel like I would be able to really like reconstruct or help people build things out without needing to lock into a 9-to-5 job. Not that there's anything wrong with a 9-to-5, but when you're working a 9-to-5, you still got to come back and work your 5 to 9. And that's just the reality of it. So I've been thinking to myself, why not convert my youthful years into building my own shit, building my own ship? And if for whatever reason we have to go back to work, then we do go back to work, right? For like whatever reason it is. Like, go back to work, man. The contract shit ain't working for you right now. Or like, you're not making money online right now. So, go back to work. But that's fine if you go back to work while you're building your ship. The problem is a lot of you guys don't even want to start building your ship until you can get away from your job. And that's just not, we're not in that kind of economy right now. Then you have the other guys, the guys that make 6 figures a year, and they have figured out, I can make $50K a year and be living decent overseas, so I can dedicate that other effort that I would have had to put to make that extra $60K into making $600K, right? So I see a lot of tech bros, they come overseas and they focus on building their tech startups, which is smart. It's intelligent, okay? They come overseas and they go, man, I'm going to build my tech startup. I'm going to build this. I'm going to build this. Because what's happening right now is that this is the best time in history to be a builder. Now, some of you guys don't want to get into tech, and that's fine. I don't think everybody should get into tech. But if you're going to be a digital nomad, you got to figure out technology to some degree. Even if you're tutoring on a mass scale, or if you're making content, right? Content is another huge way that people sleep on content and how much money content can make. Content can make a lot of money if you know what you're doing. You can be the guy that has one really good, successful channel, or you could be the guy that has multiple channels. But the problem with content is that any platform could wake up tomorrow and tell you that they're going to demonetize your whole channel. And trust me, I think when people get demonetized as something light, not that many people are going to hit your Cash App or hit your locals and send you a donation. So for those big channels that could see 6 figures off of super chats and they lose those super chats, that's a strong financial hit, bro. It's a strong financial hit. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. I don't know how they've been able to, stay above water this long. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think at one point they were making like $100,000 a month off their live streams, 20, 30,000 people in the live streams, super chats out the ass. Nowadays, I barely ever see them crack 10,000 live stream viewers. Barely ever. And now you have to direct people off platform to try to donate to you. And I just think like, you know, if you were to take that same method and copy it overseas where your cost of living is cheaper, it's probably easier for you to just survive off of a fraction of that money. Like you don't need $100,000 a month overseas. You're just going to be spending that on bullshit. Let's just be real. Unless you're saving it up, $100,000 a month overseas, 3-4 months, you can probably buy yourself a big ass building in Poblado, turn it into an Airbnb, and you're making that money back. You know what I mean? But so watching Fresh and Fit get demonetized. After you get demonetized, the views slow down. Okay, the views slow down because that's the second thing to follow. YouTube is going to push the content creators that are monetized, and then basically your channel starts going to shit. All right, and I was on Fresh and Fit's channel a couple days ago, and I'm like, man, they have really lost a lot of views. And I was looking at their channel, and I realized, like, man, this don't got nothing to do with their content. This is 100% YouTube thing. This is YouTube choosing not to push their channel. You feel me? So some of their views tend to like fluctuate, but they don't get nearly as many views as they used to. So content is not really the perfect strategy. You have to still funnel people into your own funnel, which is why we have the Homies app. Which is why we have the Homieshub.com. The Homies app and the Homieshub.com are the same thing. And because I want, that's why we have the Discord. Because we have to figure out how to own the platforms we're on. And that's basically all I've been really focused on. That's why they gave me my grant, all that. Because I said, how can we make people own the platforms they're on? And I don't want to get too nerdy. I know this is not really my demographic to start breaking down like decentralized ownership of your own stake on whatever platform and shit like that. That's some really advanced shit. But I just want you guys to understand where my level of thinking is at. You feel me? So shout out to my guy Eric in the chat. What up? Says just getting off a 12-hour factory night shift. Hey man, shout out to you and get that money, bro. Do your thing. I appreciate you, dog. What's up to my guy Backshot Delivery in the chat? Brandon C. Baldwin says I'm real estate. Real estate is another option to do remote work. Absolutely. If you can figure out how to do remote work, doing anything, even HVAC. I was telling my boy, I said, bro, we can set up an HVAC company where you don't have to be there. You find the people that need the work and you contract the people that do the work and making money like that. You got to start getting and learning business. You have to start learning what people need and how you can, deliver it to them and start figuring out how to get that money without waiting on a check or needing to get cash in hand. You figure something out where you could passively make 4 to 5K, you could come overseas, right? But the thing about coming overseas, like I've been telling you, is you need to try to make headroom and make a little bit more money than what you need, because out here, you're paying for shit out of pocket. And you're going to want to live like you were living in the States, if not better. And when you're overseas, you should be focusing, if you have more money than what you need, you should be focusing on making sure your debts are paid down, you have investments, you have retirement stuff set up. Like you need to be setting up your life to win. Don't only set up your life just to survive. And that's what a lot of us end up doing when we work in the States. We're just trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? Listen, there's a lot of money out here, right? Elon Musk just became a trillionaire. He didn't actually really hit a trillion. He hit like 990 something million. But they just said, fuck it, let's just call this nigga a trillionaire. And they make money out of thin air. Okay? For them to make money out of thin air, not only do they print the money and just add a bunch of new zeros to an existing ledger, and that money makes no feasible sense, which is why the whole market is going to, the whole financial world is going to crash at some point in the future. But until then, you need to figure out how to earn that fiat dollar and turn it into real tangible assets. This is why my mind has been changing differently. And I said, I'm playing the game wrong. I'm trying to just get a cheaper cost of living and live more freely, but you are still under the thumb of whoever has more money and leverage than you. You got to start trying to acquire assets. And assets don't only have to be properties and houses, because, you know, you have property taxes and you have, you know, like the eminent domain and shit like that. But you need to set up something that can be classified as an asset. And that could be a lot of things. That could be a fan base, can be an asset. Obviously, property can be an asset. A bunch of things I can't really say on stream because they're going to sound crazy, but you need to start thinking about how to establish power. A network can be, you know, like an asset. You need to establish something that when you need resources such as food, water, electricity, whatever it is you need, wherever it is you go, that you set that up. And I think that's one of the benefits. Guys, I'm so sorry about the noise in the background. This noise gets so extensive over here. I think I might start streaming in the bedroom. You need to set things up where you can get your resources and what you need wherever you go. And this is why it's important to travel and know what it is to be in a certain country, right? If all you do is travel and you're focusing on what girls you can smash, you're missing the point. When I'm here in Colombia, I'm studying the shit they don't have. And I'm studying the reason why they don't have it. And I have deduced that Colombia's biggest issue is education. Okay? Does it sound noisy in my background? Let me know if it sounds noisy, guys, because I don't know how noisy it is. Usually I know this is not a good time for me to stream because of all that noise. But creative strategy for e-commerce businesses is perfect for remote work. Yeah, it is. I think there's a lot of things you could do to help companies. It's just getting the companies that want to spend the money. That's just all that it is. But yeah, I think when you're overseas as an expat, starting a business that you can rack up the tourism dollars is good. A place like Colombia doesn't like that, right? They don't like foreigners coming here and offering tours and things like that because they feel like they're taking money away from from what could be coming into their economy, which is understandable. But there's just a level of trust that people have. Like, I'm pretty sure if I was doing tours here in Medellin, most of you guys that book tours would just book tours with me, right? Especially if I say, hey, man, I actually have a nice young lady. She'll take you around the city. You know what I'm saying? I will take you out to the club. A lot of y'all are going to feel more comfortable traveling to, you know, meet up with someone you've been watching on YouTube and breaks down how things are and how to live out here and where to go and how to do fun shit, right? But a lot of these countries don't like that because they feel like they're missing out on money. So that's why it's hard for you to start doing business in the physical sense. You got to start focusing on doing business in the digital sense, especially when you're overseas. So you really just got to think about what you can do and what you can offer. And say, you good, bro? It's not that bad. I'm mad that y'all could even hear that much noise. But okay, so anyways, I'm gonna take a little segment to wrap some things up. Let me play a video. If any of you guys got a video that y'all want me to play, bring it up. Bring it up. And I will basically put it on the screen while we do this stream. Actually, I have a video that I want to put up real quick. Shout out to Travel X Motivate. Make sure that you guys go and follow him. All right. He puts out really good interviews, and I think you guys should definitely watch this. So he's been on his DJ Vlad, and we did an interview that he's been chopping up into pieces. And I don't know, man. He just did a really good job, and he asked the right questions. And I think he brought out some of the best in me when I was doing this interview with him. So I'll share it on the screen real quick. Shout out to Tom Ahawk. Okay, comes with the $10 super chat. Says, working at the crib today, bro. Hey, bro, I appreciate that, my G. I appreciate that. Yes, man. Get your working at the crib. I've got some work that I'm trying to put in, man. I got to get my shit together, okay? I've been a little bit thrown, but here we go. And like I said, my apologies for the noise. We're going to play this video, okay? We're going to play this video. For those of y'all that would like to support the stream, $ Homieshub, send a cash app, send a super chat, but most importantly, hit the like button and join the community. It helps towards everything we're building. For those of you guys that want to break out the matrix. And people will probably ask me, what city you think is more lit, Medellin or Pattaya? I'm going to tell you Pattaya.
Wow.
Nothing. You will not crash out harder than being in Pattaya, because it's 10:46 p.m. where I'm at right now. I could take a nap for 2-3 hours and go outside and drink the entire morning. And I'm going to have 70 different places I can go to get completely drunk. And it's going to be filled with women everywhere. So there's more room for you to like destroy yourself, I think, inside of Pattaya. And I say like this all the time. You're almost stepping into the country like a rich man. Like, women are going to just like respect men differently depending on what their financial status is or their power is. If she knows you can take her to the nicest place in the city, pay for the date, and you're not even going to think about it twice, it moves her in a totally different way. You know what I mean? I know some guys might say, "Oh, but that's leading with your wallet," and I kind of disagree with that. Like, bro, as soon as you stepped off that flight into a whole new country, you were already leading with your wallet. Like, whether you did it or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to expect it from you.
Hey, Jamie Woods, we here to travel and motivate. No curry, we just trying to keep our minds in a golden state. We answer to nobody but the Lord, we control our fate. Too many things to see just to sit in a hole and bake. We growing, ayy.
I want to go on the positive side of things. What would you say are some pros of dating in Colombia specifically?
I think the passion that you get from the women is unmatched. You really get real, like, passionate love from the women. I would say that obviously the beauty factor, you're going to be pleased to wake up to a woman you think is beautiful and well groomed and smells good, and just, you know, hygiene is on point. I know that's like an unpopular topic that a lot of women don't like to just hear, but you know, them just not eating the same food and being exposed to the same processed meat and stuff like that, they just have better overall health. And obviously it's cheaper to date, right? So, you know, if you're a guy that can be disciplined and actually try to date one girl, you taking her on dates and keeping her happy and keeping her satisfied is relatively easy to do, right? It's not like you have to keep breaking your back and keep, you know, planning things. A lot of these girls would be content. That's if you find yourself a good girl. You're not going to go pick a girl out of Parquilleras or like the walk. But it's pretty easy to keep them pretty satisfied. It's not really that expensive, you know, when you find yourself a good girl. And I think you just have more overall dating options. You know, if you're willing to actually do the work and learn the language and learn the culture and really immerse yourself into getting to know somebody, you will see that, like, Colombian women or even just women in South America in general are just awesome. You know what I'm saying? They're great. Now, there's pros and cons to everything, but like dating overseas overall is just going to be better.
And secondly, you're not gonna most of the time you're not gonna take a girl out on a date and wonder how the night's gonna end. You can pretty much dictate how the night's gonna end. You know what I'm saying? And she's gonna want the night to end that way. Or some girls would even kind of be surprised if you took her out on a date and you didn't try to bring her back home, or you know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna be like, wait, you don't want me to like because they already know what it is. Because you're stepping into the country, and I say like this all the time, you're almost stepping into the country like a rich man. Women are going to just like respect men differently depending on what their financial status is or their power is. If she knows you can take her to the nicest place in the city, pay for the date, and you're not even going to think about it twice, it moves her in a totally different way. You know what I mean? I know some guys might say, "Oh, but that's leading with your wallet," and I kind of disagree with that. Like, bro, as soon as you stepped off that flight into a whole new country, you were already leading with your wallet. Like, whether you did it or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to expect it from you. The only thing is that you might have a threshold for what you feel like I can't do, and it's not even going to get that high. Like, whatever she might be trying to go dig off you or might want to enjoy from you, the reason why men are willing to do it more when they come overseas is because they virtually look at the bill and go, wow, I didn't even spend anything. And this is like, you know, I could never do this shit in the States. So you're like, you are king when you have a solid income and then like you over here because you can do anything. You know, you could take a girl to an island. You know, I think for me to go to one of the islands and hang out with some girl today would have cost me like $15. I would have spent $15 for a whole day on an island, coconuts, oil, you know what I'm saying, getting served like, you know, crab or something like that. Like it cost me nothing. So to her, she's just looking at it like, you know, like her like fantasies and her like delusions are going off. Like I might be falling in love with this dude simply because you can provide a different kind of experience for like 10% of the price. You know what I'm saying? Fourth of the price of what it'll cost you in the States. In the US, a lot of women, I mean, everyone is kind of just under this like almost like programming with a woman. You kind of already know the kind of woman she is as soon as she opens her mouth and talks for 30 seconds. You kind of already know the program, and you could pretty much word for word say what's going to come out of her mouth in every situation. Like you know what she's going to say.
You're currently in Thailand, and I know you have experience currently in Colombia and Thailand. I would love to hear what you think. Like, what country for you is better overall, Colombia or Thailand?
You know, I could wake up today and say Thailand and wake up tomorrow and say Colombia. And it's actually a series of videos I'm going to put out about it where I kind of just did one recently, like Pattaya versus Medellin, right? And people will probably ask me, what city you think is more lit, Medellin or Pattaya? I'm going to tell you Pattaya.
Wow.
Nothing. You will not crash out harder than being in Pattaya because it's 10:46 p.m. where I'm at right now. I could take a nap for 2-3 hours and go outside and drink the entire morning. And I'm going to have 70 different places I can go to get completely drunk. And it's going to be filled with women everywhere. Medellin has a cutoff point. Cuts off at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., maybe sometimes 4. A couple clubs might go till 7, but not a lot of them. Pattaya is all night long, 24/7, constant, just turn up. Now, so there's more room for you to like destroy yourself, I think, inside of Pattaya. But it's also, you know, Manny's not that far off either. Now, Thailand is just way safer too. Like Thailand, I don't feel that like, oh man, I can't have my phone out because a dude might pull up on me with a gun. But Colombia is not as safe, but the like dopamine, and it's hard to explain, almost like the adrenaline feel you get being there is superb. Secondly, something else I don't think people talk about enough because they don't spend a lot of time there. I honest to God think living in like Colombia, especially if you're going to a major city, it can get cheaper than Thailand. I know that sounds weird for some people, but there's like if you're looking at all costs across the board, Colombia might be beating Thailand when it comes to price as well. So now it's like, okay, it could get a little cheaper inside of Colombia depending on where you're at. I think it's healthier for you to be inside of Colombia than to live in Thailand. And the women are obviously just way more beautiful, way more passion. You know what I'm saying? Like you can literally date women out here and feel like you've already been with supermodels. All your IG baddie fantasies or whatever is walking around every day. In the country and would love to talk to you and go on a date with you and do whatever. So you're gonna have a lot of enjoyment inside of Colombia if the safety component is there. Like you know how to keep yourself safe. But then you know what I'm saying, and that'll be me waking up one day and go, oh man, like you see, like Colombia wins. Then I wake up tomorrow and go, man, I was out till 7 o'clock in the morning. I was on my phone. I had money out, whatever. I left my phone somewhere. I came back, my phone was still there, and then nothing beats that safety component either. So it's hard to really give you a take. But I would say if after being here in Thailand, I would probably choose to live in Thailand. To be honest, just overall, I would probably choose to live in Thailand, but I can see myself, and I see other YouTubers. They stay in Asia, but they still go back to Colombia. Still, it's kind of like you feel me? Like you get torn between two continents.
Colombia is just hard to beat, man. It's hard to beat. I've never been to Thailand. I can't really comment on Thailand, but I'm trying to go this year. But in terms of Colombia, you're right. There's like a certain feeling you get when you get to Colombia. As soon as you pull out of that airport and you're going down to the city and you're seeing the skyline and everything, there's just something in the air. I can't describe it. You just get excited, like, ooh. And not many places in this world I feel that same way. Medellin, though, is different. When you land, it's just beautiful. It's just like you see the skyline from the mountains and all that. And then when you get to your apartment, it's just a high that you get that I can't describe. So you're right about that. Definitely,
Oh shit, my bad.
I love Colombia, and it's always going to be a place I'll be going.
I was saying that I think Colombia is cheaper than Thailand. I know you guys are concerned about the safety options and things like that, but I think Colombia, pound for pound, for everything you would want to do, stay in shape, access to medical that's affordable, extremely gorgeous and beautiful women, things like that. Colombia is good. I think when you get yourselves out of Medellin and Cartagena and you can go to other places and you can speak a little bit of Spanish, the odds that you will have a really hot girlfriend increases, and the chances that she's not a complete gold digger increases as well, even though I think most of them are gold digging when they're dealing with foreigners. Their expectations are lower outside of these major cities. And I think that's when you start getting more into the enjoyment of being overseas. I think Thailand, however, most of the women you're going to meet are already encountering foreigners, because there's a lot more foreigners, I think, in Thailand than there is here in Colombia, because they get foreigners from all over the world. Colombia really only gets foreigners from, like, You know what I mean? Like they don't have like Indians flying over here, even though I have been seeing an influx of like Asian and Chinese people coming to Colombia. So a place like Medellin is going to have a lot of foreigners, which will raise the prices and change things up for you, but still pound for pound, Medellin is cheaper than every city I just named you inside of Thailand. So I think that's just something you guys should know.
I have love for Colombia. I just think you're right when it comes to the safety aspect of it. I've heard Thailand is super safe. Like you don't really got to worry about anything. In Colombia, you do have to be watching over your shoulder a little bit from time to time because you will have people that will try to scam you. You will have people that will try to like steal your phone. And even when you're around women, you always got to be paranoid about it too. I made a video a couple months ago and people were like trying to clown me about it. They're basically saying I was hanging out with P4P women when I really wasn't. This was a local woman, by the way. And so I don't know if you know Homieshub, but the last time I went to Colombia, I got a little sick. And so she was making tea for me and served it to me. And I was literally looking at it. I'm like, yo, should I take this? That's how paranoid I got. Because I thought, what if she puts scopolamine or something in it? Because my boy, I interviewed Zuri. I don't know if he's actually in Thailand, Zuri. I don't know if you know who Zuri is.
Yeah, I think I heard of him before. Yeah,
big guy. But he's in Thailand. He was telling me that when he lived in Santa Marta, Colombia, they put scopolamine in his food. And this is a guy that wasn't looking for trouble, good guy, and he stole scopolamine in his ass. And so I was thinking, shit, what if this girl's trying to scopolamine me right now with this right now? And I ended up not drinking it, and she got mad at me. And then I posted that video and people were like, oh, bro, you got to know who to hang out with, blah, blah, blah. You got to know how to move. I'm like, fam, this can happen to anybody in Colombia, bro. It happens to anybody. You can literally be eating food, get scopolamine. It's not just girls from Parquilleras and P4P girls that are going to scopolamine you. It could be anybody. So that's something I don't like about Colombia is that you always got to be on the lookout. You always got to be paranoid about something.
Yeah, that's why for me, I don't think I could live there anymore. As much as I love Colombia and I'm having my big birthday bash there, it's a great place to have fun, but you don't want being in Thailand. And shout out to all my guys that live in Thailand. I tell all my friends that are currently here right now, because I got a lot of homies that I grew up with that's out here in Thailand. I'm like, bro, don't just jump from Thailand straight to Colombia because your sense of security is not going to match where it needs to be. Like, it's just not. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to go from a place where you virtually have to worry about nothing. I know if a girl goes and makes me tea, it'll probably make me feel better, right? I'm not going to go to sleep and wake up and all my stuff is gone, right? Like, but being inside of Colombia, yeah, like even a girl that I might have been rocking out with her for 6 months, like I still got to be a little iffy about her pouring me drinks. And like for me, I have a whole protocol where I'm like, hey, you just chill. You don't get up and go to the fridge. You don't pour. If you want something, I'll go pour for you. If you want this, then I'll give it to you. If we're going to get food, I'll order. If you're going to cook, I'm going to sit here and watch you. Like, it's crazy that you have to do that, but I kind of programmed it where I don't even think about it. It's kind of like second nature where I'm like extra secure, but you have that one little tiny moment that you're not on point and you don't even realize that you wide open. Like she's looking at you like, oh yeah, he's wide open. He's wide open. And depending on the girl, she could take advantage. And some of these girls, people don't want to believe this. This is my opinion. You might disagree. Most of the girls that scopolamine dudes are not even P4P workers. They don't really make money doing that. That's why they have to scopolamine you, because a girl that knows she's gonna make money from just going outside, what's the need for her to scope you? She knows she's gonna get the money out of your pocket. Another girl that's maybe not that attractive, but she's outside, she's cosplaying as somebody who's, trying to sell you something, but really she's looking for an opportunity to.
I just had my first ever Jehovah Witness experience here in Colombia. This is how you know a nigga's been here too long. Once you go into your door and get in one of these, your ass live in a very local neighborhood and you've been in Colombia too long. That's funny as hell. Anyway.
Rob you. You know what I mean? And this happens in places where usually they know they have gringos that don't really have a lot of sense, right? And they're kind of just like, all right, well, we're gonna meet one guy, he's gonna get too friendly, he's gonna be too comfortable. Like it's crazy because you have this place where the women are so much more passionate, beautiful. They want to touch your face, they want to kiss on you, and all of that could just be lining you up. You know what I mean? So there's ways to stay safe, but you're like virtually like walking through a pit of danger, and just be happy you made it to this day, and someone ain't do this to you. Versus in Thailand, that just virtually does not even exist. It's just not even there.
I honestly think if scopolamine and these scams weren't a thing in Colombia, if safety was much better in Colombia, Colombia would be easily number one. Easily. I don't think there's any country topping Colombia.
There is none. I feel like, so I'm from the Bronx, bro. So I grew up around danger. I worked as a CO. You know what I'm saying? I've already been in the most dangerous environment. So me going to Colombia, you just tap into a different kind of barbaric nature when you out there to stay safe. And I say that because the same way that the security can be bought out by the girl, you can buy them out too for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you could, hey, I had a prime example. A girl actually stole my phone. She came over to my apartment. I didn't bring her over, so I didn't vet her. I have a whole system of how I vet women before they even step into my property. I was just kind of I had let my guard down being with one of my friends, and he let this girl into the apartment that ended up stealing my phone. So I went to the police and I told him, I said, listen, I don't care what it cost me. I need you to go get this girl, and she needs to bring my phone back. I said, whatever the phone is worth, I'll give that to you in cash. And they were adamant about making sure that I got exactly what I wanted. But he was overall a good dude because he didn't even take the money, and that's really rare. But it's kind of one of those kinds of things where it's like, if you know how to live there, you just got to understand, like, you in almost like an episode like The Sopranos. The same way people could like put a bag on you, bro, you could put a bag on them. And if your whole thing is being safe and you know how to communicate and you know how to not be a sucker, and they could read that, you could tell somebody like, listen, I want you to keep eyes on this girl when she leaves and comes down. If she comes down, like when I'm not here, then don't let her leave. And they won't let her leave. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll like stand by that and they'll come check on you and things like that. So I was always trying to always just cover my ass to the point where I kind of just had a system. I made friends with the locals. I talked to certain people. Now, I don't give myself as being like papaya. I don't just start giving money out because that's how they're going to finesse you too. But I make sure that they know, like, hey, like, I'm a good person. You're a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like we could show each other some love. And you'll be surprised. Like they are a loving people, and they will look out for you because they do understand that those women exist, right? And the reason why they don't hang around women like that is because they don't want to be around stuff like that. So if they know that you are basically trying to be like them and be local and be chill and be cool, they will look out for you. They like will make sure that you're good. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's just some of the things that you have to just experience that by living there. You couldn't just come and visit for a few days or a week or 2 weeks and like get that. Like you had to have lived there. I met some dope people. I know I could tell somebody, hey, I'm in a bind. Can you come help me out? And they'll come without their hand out. And now if I give them a little something, it's like gratefulness. I kind of knew how to move. And I'm not saying you have to know how to do this. You shouldn't go to any country needing to do all this shit just so you don't fucking die, bro. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but outside of that, Colombia, and I don't know, maybe you could tell me more about like Brazil and how you felt compared to Colombia, but there is nothing, it's hard to explain because you can say it with words and it's going to sound like, man, it just sounds like you there for the bitches. But it's like, bro, there's nothing that's more intoxicating than that dopamine feel you feel being in Colombia. That mixture of danger and like almost being in heaven at the same time. It's like a dangerous heaven, bro. Like that's how, if there's two words I can say, it's like a dangerous heaven. Like it's dangerous, but on one side there's so many beautiful parts of the country, it's hard to even put it into words. You know what I mean? Like,
to go over Brazil, It's sort of like that too. It's a dangerous heaven. It really is. In fact, I think Brazil might be more dangerous than Colombia. They say like they have the highest murder rate in the world. Oh, you go to these favelas, is no joke. They just had, I don't know if you know, Homieshub, they had like a police operation that happened a couple months ago in October where they killed like over 100 favela members.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. You don't really see that often in Colombia. Maybe in the Pablo days, but this goes on like every other month, every year in Brazil, all the time. You know, things like this, like these slaughters and things like that. And it's perfectly normal out there. Like violence is kind of normalized. Like a lot of phone theft, very similar to Colombia. In fact, I think there's more phone theft in Brazil than what there is in Colombia. Um,
Really?
yeah, there's more phone theft in Brazil. I mean, you guys, I mean, for the audience listening right now, if any of y'all know the actual stats or anything like that, please put it down in the comment section. But I personally believe Brazil has more phone theft. And in fact, Homieshub, what they do over there, because everyone works with each other. So basically, let's just say not you, but they rob some guy in the street, right, for his phone. What that person will do is that he'll go to like a local business, sell it to them, then they'll just sell it to the public for cheap. So it's a cheaper way for them to get a hold of these iPhones compared to them going to the Apple store where they're going to pay an arm and a leg for an iPhone, because iPhones over there are viewed as like national treasure. Like iPhones over there are actually more expensive than what it is here in the States because of the import tax. So iPhones are such a big thing over there. So that's why they steal them all the time. So I know it happens in Colombia, but Brazil's actually worse.
Yeah, I've heard so much about Brazil. I've seen the women there. I'm like, man, I can't even imagine going to another place like Colombia and running into these beautiful women. But I can't wait to go, man. That's it. I've heard so much good things. I've seen a lot of good things. I'm like hyped to go. I think for me it's just I'm a little nervous because I don't speak Portuguese, and there's like a level of me being able to
Yeah.
kind of riz, and it was easy for me to talk to women because I could speak Spanish, so it was much easier to have things flowing.
Since we talked about Colombian women, what's your opinion on Thai girls? Like what makes Thai girls special?
Their energy is just unmatched. They're very very soft and kind. Like I run into very few of them that have like an attitude or like whatever. But overall, they're very soft. They're very kind. They're very friendly. Some of them are very clingy. I think Southeast Asian women overall are just very clingy, and I think men like that. They want a woman that's like clinging onto them and doesn't want to go or wants to spend all this time with them and things like that. And I realize that's just their nature. Like hearing, just like Pataya, like you like have these girls here that are like, she might be a bar girl, but she kind of wants to just have a man to sleep next to, so she won't even make it a transactional situation. She just wants to just be around a man. She doesn't want to sleep by herself, right? She wants to be with a dude. So I think a lot of them are very, I guess you could say, cuffable. Versus a girl inside of like Colombia, she can't stay too long. She has all these guys she has to entertain and things like that. A lot of these girls that turn their phone off and just isolate themselves and only focus on you. And I think a lot of guys fall in love with that.
W video. Make sure you guys go sub up to Travel X Motivate, dope ass content creator, great ass interview. This is his channel, and I dropped it in the chat, so make sure you guys go and check that out. All right. It said fact check: Brazil does not have the highest murder rate. Okay. Hey, I don't know nothing about Brazil. I'm still, you know what I mean. I don't know too much about it. I always hear dudes talk about Brazil, but like I said, every guy that's a Brazil fanatic somehow, some way finds themselves back in Colombia. So, what's another video we can go over? So we can go over some of my older shit. So I know some of you guys haven't seen some of these videos, but I wanted to play this video for you guys. I know some of you guys haven't seen it. I think you guys should watch it. This video is now 2 years old, 97,000 views. Okay, we're about to get 100K on YouTube for our first ever video. Hopefully soon that'll be 100K subscribers. 100K a month. What comes first, chat? 100K a month or 100,000 subscribers? We'll see. We will see. But I want to play this video for y'all. I just want to show you guys I literally have been saying the same thing for years. But I break this down in a very beautiful and wonderful video format for y'all. I think I need to get back to making real intros before my videos. I mean, I always have intros, but this is called Dating as a Black Man in Colombia. Some of you guys have not seen it, but this is how I broke into the scene, into this travel space, giving y'all the game I've been giving y'all since day one. All right.
Estoy en entera hasta tú me felicito. Llego a otro país, el corazón despierto. Ella es latina con sabor intenso. Baila reggaetón, me deja sin aliento. Aunque no sepas, en el club la vi con ese flow divino. Qué rico, su cuerpo es arte como un destino.
Just a disclaimer, it would be absolutely impossible for me to fit all of this information in one video. Therefore, I will probably be doing a multi-part series. If you would like any private consultations or would like to see any behind the scenes videos that are not safe for YouTube, please feel free to subscribe to the Patreon. It would really help. Thank you very much and enjoy the video. Gone to Colombia has been on your mind, huh? Or maybe you're just a little bit frustrated with how dating is where you currently are. Perhaps it's a mixture of both. Maybe you've seen all these videos, but you're still questioning it. If going to Colombia is something that you should give a try, don't worry. I'm here to help you navigate. So first things first, I just want to jump into it straight up. If you're coming from the West, more than likely you're coming from the West. That's why you came to Colombia. Something that you need to know off the rip is that you are in a third world country. It doesn't look like a third world country, but financially, compared to the GDPs to other countries, you are in a third world country. So keep this in mind as you're going around and navigating. Here's where a lot of dudes get messed up when they come to Colombia. When they come to Colombia and they meet a really nice girl, whether they met her off of Bumble, Tinder, or met her outside, they immediately are pursuing love. But what you don't really seem to realize about love is that love is a luxury in a country where people are not needy. Love or loving somebody simply because the connection was there is a first world asset. It's in a third world country where you're coming from somewhere that is well better off. Most of the women that you're interacting with are looking to gain some kind of resource from you. And a lot of men are in denial about this as they're on their conquest for love. But as somebody who has been to Colombia a few times, I'm here to walk you through what it's like dating, and specifically what it is like dating like a black man or as a black man in Colombia. There's a seductive and sweet, wonderful smell that's on these Colombian women. And as you start navigating, you'll probably realize that these women smell amazing. There's almost zero stench coming from most of these women as they're in a hotter climate. Their hair is longer. They're dressed nice. They're dressed to be exposed. And if you're noticing all of these things, you'll probably have also noticed that you're probably not around regular locals, but you're around working women. And this is one of the top professions in Colombia, is being a working freelancing woman. And for YouTube's sake, I have to break this down as if this is a documentary and use proper words and terminology so that we don't get demonetized or deplatformed. But yes, you are around working woman. Working woman And the culture of Colombia is for them to uphold beauty. And in exchange for beauty is how they're able to finance themselves and keep themselves afloat, is by being as seductive and as beautiful as they possibly can. Remember this as you're navigating this dating atmosphere that is new for you, where the women are way more feminine, friendly, nice, and attracted and into you, because resources rules all in the dating world, but it especially rules all in the dating world when you're in Colombia. In Colombia, you don't want to.
My nigga, I must have been 28, 27 when I made this video. And I feel like I understood something that a lot of grown men in their 40s don't seem to understand. Resources rules all. You're not going to burning desire and natural affection bullshit yourself into the top of the food chain. Resources rules all, especially when you're in a country where women don't have financial options. As y'all see, even in a first world country, resources rules all. Having money rules all. You got money, it rules all. Period. There's no other conversation to be had here. Period. Now, you could say, bro, you're chilling with a bunch of prosties, you're not with regular girls, blah, 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 blah. Hey, bro, that's fine. At this level, I was still on level 1 of being inside of Colombia. This is my second trip. I came dolo. I had this, shorty next to me was a wonderful vibe my whole trip. Super down for everything. Just super dope. Super dope. I haven't seen her, in a few. I'm sure if I go back to Colombia, niggas been flying her all over the world. I would try to run this back with her again. Right? You got money. If you got the bread, you have your way. Stop looking for burning natural desire as a foreigner in a country you can't even speak the same language as these bitches. I'm sick of y'all. Y'all set the most unrealistic expectations for other people. I think I don't know if y'all set it for yourself, but y'all set these unrealistic expectations. When I came to Colombia, I knew it was trick time, nigga. It's pull out the bag of tricks. Pull out the money and flash it. Give it up. I understood that. That's why I had a wonderful time and still do. Because I'm not out here chasing love. There is no love when bitches can't eat. There's no love. When you're in a country bitches can't eat without another man, there's no love here, bro. Men are in love, women are in business. You don't realize that inside America, but it becomes painfully obvious when you come to Colombia. Okay? Men are in love, women are in business. You niggas need to stop trying to be in love with women that are in business. There ain't no love here. It's just good vibes. Good vibes, affection, vices, and hot, nasty Latin sex, nigga. That's it. And we both having a good time. And then when you do this shit long enough, you start realizing some of these girls ain't felt nothing in years. You might be the nigga she feels something for. Like, oh shit. You know what? I kind of like this one gringo. I'm going to fuck with him. I'm going to call him. Right? Especially for me, I be telling girls, listen, I'm never sending you no money. I always say, don't ever expect me to send you $1 because I am not going to send you nothing. I told you, hey, I'm not sugar daddy. I'm not sugar poppy. I'm not sending you no money when I go home. And the girls that still stay in contact, still reach out, that's how you know they actually fuck with you. Now, that don't mean she's going to have natural burning desire where she's going to leave the lifestyle. Like, if one of these girls leave this lifestyle for you, It's because you are Daddy Warbucks and you're doing everything. You're taking flights, you're taking trips, you're paying for this, you're paying for that. The only difference between a girl like this and a girl that you gonna catch in Miami or LA or New York is that her expectations are lower. She's okay with the regular apartment. She's okay with you, getting her hair done maybe every 2 weeks. She's okay with you not needing to take her to the most expensive restaurant. She's okay with that. She's okay. And when you understand that the cost of doing business is that you have to provide everything, now you're just price shopping for the better deal. And y'all gonna realize that when you come overseas, the better deal is gonna be here. Now, over time, a girl will learn to love you, bro. She gonna spend time with you. Y'all hunching all the time, taking care of everything. She'll learn to love you, bro. But you never put yourself in any position with one of these women expecting love. This shit is business. Keep it business. I had a girl tell me she couldn't eat my love, made me see things differently. Exactly. She cannot eat your love. I just want you guys to understand as men, the illusion of falling in love, I'm here to destroy it for you. I don't mean to be that guy because I don't mean to say, hey, you'll never find true love. But a lot of us are past that age where women are falling in love with us, bro. These women need something from you. Can you be that guy? Simple as that. Sometimes it's not even money. She just want a guy that is just super affectionate because every guy she meets is some stoic ass nigga. She want a guy that kisses her 24/7. She don't even need the money. Or she needs both. You need to be willing to walk away from her as fast as you walked into her. Simple as that. Love yourself, bro. The love you have for yourself is enough. Stop trying to buy love or riz your way into love, genuine, burning desire. Some of y'all niggas are delusional, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Out of all the genuine, burning desire, these niggas start taking steroids and going to the gym so they could be like 1% body fat. These niggas still don't got no bitches that want to stick around them. There's too many options today. Even in a third world country, Thai chicks got multiple men. Thai chicks, girls in Thailand, got multiple men that'll come to their rescue. Even the ugly ones got multiple men that'll come to their rescue. This shit is a business deal. The only genuine love you ever had from a woman was from your mama. That's the best it's gonna get, bro. After that, this shit is business, bro. Especially today, it's business, bro. Dictate your terms. Hey, baby, you want this? I want this, and this. And the day you stop doing this, I ain't coughing up nothing. And sometimes a business deal is not always money. Some of these girls just want your affection. They got the money. They just don't have no affect. They don't got no nigga that's affectionate to them. I agree. You want my affection? I want this, and this. Stop looking at, no matter where you are, America, UK, Canada, Thailand, Colombia, DR, Brazil, Poland, Amsterdam, Portugal. Stop looking at these women and thinking, yeah, man, she like me for me. She likes you because of the way you make her feel. Whether it's transactional or not, whether it's financially transactional, because it's always transactional. Giving a girl dick is still a transaction. Whether you paid or not, it's a transaction, bro. I got plenty of chicks out here. If I'm not putting them through the mattress all night for multiple rounds, they don't even feel it necessary to come over. Like, I'm not coming over for one round. I need 6. Like, that's crazy. But that's their requirement. If they're not going to charge me for it, like, listen, I ain't going to charge you, but you need to do this, and this. This is facts. This is the life I live sometimes. Like, you better be jackhammering my shit all night. That's how they talking. Right? Like, you want it for the free ski, right? Okay, cool. You because if not, I'm coming over here to service you. You're not doing nothing for me. You're not pleasuring me. It's all a transaction, bro. The thing is, you guys are too worried about transacting your money. You're not thinking about how you transacting your time. My nigga Jeff in the building. What up, bro? What's up, bro? I just seen your message. Hold on. So he's back in Medellin. Yo, that nigga don't tell nobody nothing. All right, anyways, back to the video. Y'all don't need my commentary. Make sure that you guys hit the like button. Damn, we've been on stream already for an hour, 20 minutes. Damn, I thought I just started the stream. Anyways, guys, hit the like button. Bless the Cash App. Send a super chat to your boy. Let's go.
Fight against the grain, because you'll be doing yourself a disservice. You are a foreigner. You have resources compared to most of the women that you're going to run into. They're after your resources, especially if you are a black man. You are very different from what she's grown up with and what she is accustomed to. She's looking at you the way black men are being presented on YouTube and on the internet, as being flashy and having money. Even if you don't come across that way, it's going to be her immediate thought, especially if you are from America. And if you're in Colombia and in conversation with a Colombian, she'll ask you, where are you from? ¿De dónde eres? Right? But is she asking you this because she's genuinely curious about where you're from? No. She wants to know what country you come from so that she can estimate how cheap or non-cheap that you're going to be with her, right? And now you're going to say, well, that's probably just because she's a working woman. No, my friend. It's not only because she is a working woman, because even if it's pay for play up front or it's pay for play on the back end, it's going to be pay for play no matter what. And what I see a lot of men run into is when they meet a beautiful Latina that's feminine, submissive, and all about him, and she doesn't ask for money up front, you think you found yourself a girlfriend. But truth be told is that she's going to work you and work you and work you, because she's going to play the game. And then suddenly, boom, a situation comes up where she's in dire need of your help. She's been giving you her body, being submissive to you, doing all these things for you. But now there's a grandma that's sick. There's a child that needs to get rushed to the hospital, and she just does not have the money to take care of this. So who does she turn to as her light and savior? To reach that deep savior complex that all of us have. You're going to foot that bill. You're not going to think much of it, or maybe you do think much of it. You know, maybe you're fighting against your consciousness. Oh, she's poor. She doesn't have a lot. You know, I can help her. She really needs my help. I want to support her. Yes, my friend. She's asking for help from you, for help that she probably is not going to ask for the local Colombian or Venezuelan man that's living in Colombia. And this is called playing the long game. The game, though, they don't play too long.
When you have money, I just think you just get the best out of women. I don't know how to really explain it. You just get the best out of women. Like, I'm not a proponent of just giving women money for the sake of the fact that they exist. But when a girl has a good time with you, you're a good vibe, you could feed her, you know, fuck her good. You know what I'm saying? Do fun things with her. Women really become women. And that's not to say you could keep them. I still think as a man, you should just learn to enjoy your time with a woman. Like for me, when I'm with a woman instead of me thinking to myself how much I would like to keep her, I just enjoy my time with her. Like, yo, it's my turn. I'm gonna enjoy my turn, and that's it. I think men set these unrealistic expectations on themselves where they feel like I need to become such a man that she wants to stay with me. You are competing against hundreds of thousands of men, millions, billions of men, and a lot of these men don't even have to truthfully be better than you. They could just be better at looking like they're better than you. It's a waste of time, bro. She's gonna enjoy you for you at that moment, and that's it. Now, some women are more modest. They'll stay with you for longer. They'll invest a little bit more time into you, but it ultimately is all the same. The women that let you know they're gonna move on right away are the working women. The women you got to pay for their time, and the women that don't make you pay for their time right away, you'll figure it out when you get that invoice. That invoice being in the form of child support, you know, alimony, lawsuits, domestic abuse allegations when the relationship's going to shit or it's already ended. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. If you had to ask me, I think you're better off really just, man, my hair look crazy right now. I think you're better off just enjoying your time with them. And for those of you that want kids, like I want kids myself, it needs to be a structured business plan. You know, like we can have the kids out of love and all that good shit, but how we're going to deal with these children, it got to be ran like the way you run a corporation. All right. This is the MOSA stock, the MOSA Corp. Okay. We got our board of directors and all that good shit. You know, we got our stock price, rules and regulations for how we run this program. You are going to be the mother of 10 children. You're going to receive this much money per month. You're going to raise them. They're going to go to these schools. They're going to learn these things. They're going to specialize in all this. And during the duration of their upbringing, they will believe that we are together as husband and wife, even if we're not. And neither of us will be seen with other partners or people in front of these kids. Might as well just be together at that point. What's keeping her with you is the provision. What's keeping you with her is your legacy. If you ask me, that's probably how shit has always been. Modern era, we be trying to have the land of make-believe reality, bro. And that's where a lot of people be fucking up.
The game is never going to last more than 30 days if she's not getting what it is that she wants from you. Because you need to understand something, like I have said before. You're a man who is an outsider and you have resources, at least more resources than what she has and the other people that are around her. It would be foolish of her to not try to extract resources from you while you are getting to enjoy her love, her company, and her beautiful body, right? And this is what dating is when you're in Colombia. Truth be told, it is pay for play, whether you're paying up front or you're paying on the back end. And there's a lot of nuances into this, because what people don't seem to realize about Colombia is Colombia does not practice hookup culture. That is something that is a completely Western thing, where you're completely into a girl, she's into you, you guys hook up, with very little kind of attachment, because truth be told, she doesn't need you. But the situation changes when you go to a third world country. And in general, when you have the resources, even in a first world country, the situation is never going to just be love, but it's going to be out of, trying to extract resources. And I think men need to understand more of how this game works as they climb up the financial ladder. When you go to Colombia, you are experiencing life as a rich man, because you really are a rich man inside of a third world country. And you can get all these beautiful women and source from all these beautiful women, but they always want something from you. Even the ones that act like they don't want anything from you, they want something from you because they know how to play the game. They run into way more foreigners than you run into Colombian women. Now, something to also keep in mind that, you know, real strong racism first got introduced into these parts. Colombia, you know what I mean? It's named after Columbus. So they're still in a prehistoric mindset of how they view black people, right? And maybe, you know, racism isn't really an internal thing of thinking you are better than somebody, but economically, the people of color are way poorer than the people that are of lighter skin in Colombia. So keep that in mind. And even if you're a foreigner and you're a foreign black man or a foreign person of color, in comparison to a foreign person of a lighter complexion, you may start to notice preferences. Now, the preferences are very subtle because a lot of those women do love black men. A lot of those women are black. And I will say, you know, there's an influx of Venezuelan women now that are living in Colombia. And I believe that they have a preference for black men. And it really depends on where you date. If you're in Cartagena, you're going to run into more people that are of African descent and you can immediately see it. But when you go to Medellin, you will start seeing that more of the women are more lighter complected and do have a preference for lighter skinned individuals, right? But with that being said, it's also something to keep in mind, and a hint that I give people is if you're dealing with a woman that has a child, look to see what the complexion of that child is, and that will immediately let you know their preference. It's not the most reliable way to look at things, but I guarantee you that 9 times out of 10, if you're out there looking for love and not just looking to have fun, you might want to take a look at what their children look like just to save yourself any headaches for the future. 9 times out of 10, when you meet a woman, she has a local man that she is dating. And these women will navigate the street openly and honestly as workers, and some of them will pretend like they are not workers. But most of the time, they have boyfriends. And these boyfriends, in my personal opinion, and you might even see them floating around these comments on some of the videos on my channel, they hate foreigners. They absolutely hate foreign men because they say, we only come to these countries to smash their women and we think we can do what it is that we want. And I've gotten all types of racist comments and things like that made to me towards these men. They're the ones that's going to get on you about recording. Of course, the women do it too, but ultimately, you need to see it like this, right? If Chris Brown came around your girl, immediately started spending money on her, and you had nothing and you had no power to stop this because this was how the rent was going to get paid, this is how you were going to get your PlayStation bought. In some instances where you really don't have any ability to make for yourself, you might allow your girl to do what it is that she has to do, right? But you're powerless in the situation. And these men, that is a daily reality for these men. That's not a reality if you're living in a first world country for us. So I believe, and I could be wrong, but I strongly believe that they have an internal and deep hatred for foreigners, especially foreign men. And my biggest suggestion is just to be very, very careful. You can screen a girl as much as you can and as much as you want, but you'll ultimately never really know whether she has a boyfriend or not.
I think this is one of my most well put together like little documentaries. And you guys can let me know if you want me to like drop more videos like this. I think this is one of my more like better, well put together like pieces of content. A lot of the reason because I actually had a camera woman. So, you know what I mean? Because I don't buy into the ideology that ninjas in the space who travel are rich. There's plenty of ninjas like Floyd who travel on their last dime And when they get there, they are negotiating for everything. In Thailand, girls will tell you there's plenty of guys out there begging for free box. I don't think the guys begging for free box are doing it because they don't have the money. I think they're doing it because they want to feel the mental satisfaction of not paying for it. That's it. But see, the thing about Thailand, to be honest with you, that I think is a lot better than Colombia is you can actually build a life with whatever girl you're willing to pay for. Right? You go to Thailand and you're with a girl, she might, like I know one girl, she only needed like $600 a month and she would be yours. Like she's not going nowhere. She'll live with you. She'll cook for you. She'll do all that shit. She's not going anywhere because that's enough money for her to support her family, support herself. $600 a month. If you could get that to her in hard cash, she'll still spend some of the money on you anyway. But she's saying to herself, listen, there's no financial opportunities here. It's in my best strategy to survive to talk to as many guys as possible that are all going to pay me to sleep with them. You got to think the way they think for a second and understand and make sense. The only way you get away from that is to stop dealing with poor women. If you want to have the benefits and the perks of dealing with poor women, you need to deal with what they do, which is sell box, manipulate you, talk to multiple men, and they steal. Period. Not all of them steal, but you're going to run into one of them that's going to steal something from you, nigga. Okay? When you go to Thailand, you take care of a girl for long enough, she's going to believe this is the lifestyle she's going to have with you forever. She'll have your children. She'll do all that. But y'all be trying to get this loyalty out of them that just does not exist. Like I said, and I've said this many times, the woman you are most compatible with, unfortunately, is the American Western world woman. That is the woman who probably won't relegate herself to selling her box. She'll try to figure something out before she needs to go start sleeping with men for money. And even then, a lot of them still do it anyway, just in a different form. At the end of the day, women trade sex for resources all over the planet. We just don't like the way they do it. We want them to do it in a way that it makes us feel like they like us for us. But at the end of the day, bro, the day got to end.
And nine times out of 10, he knows about you or knows about you as one of her clients. But ultimately, he feels powerless within the situation. So just keep that in mind that when you are dating these women, there is a very strong likeliness that she does have one of these men in her life that she's financing with whatever money that you may be providing her. So, my overall recommendation for men that are going to Colombia is go there to have fun, man. Go there to have fun. Go there to, get some women or be around women that you normally couldn't be around in the States. Don't be afraid to spend some money. I think a lot of people make this big deal about simping, or when you go to Colombia, you're going to trick land, okay? You're going there to trick. That's how you're going to have fun. That's how you're going to have these kinds of experiences that you want to have. You're going there to trick. If you have no resources, there's no point in going to Colombia because
Let me also say this too, right? This is probably the worst that I have physically looked in the entirety of my life. I don't think I've ever been this ugly. Like ever. This is straight low cut, fat ass face, teeth ain't fixed. I ain't that far off, but I think I look a lot better now than I did back then. And I was younger. I'm older now, right? You see that smile she's giving me? That is the smile of a woman that knows she with a nigga that got the bag. That is the smile of a woman that knows she's with a nigga that got the bag. And let me tell you something about her, right? The experience I had with her. The experience I had with her was bills taken care of, got a good time. Listen, Poppy, I'm going to stay with you for 3 days. You don't got to give me nothing extra. You already done took care of me. I'm going to just stay with you for 3 days. You can hit this all crazy. You can do that. Nigga, listen to me. If I could live in the honeymoon phase with a bitch for the rest of my life, I'm going to do it. I don't want to go through the phases of she's really into me. We still have the attraction, but we're, dealing with each other. All right, we're sick of each other, but we're already invested. All right, we hate each other. We're trying to figure out how to separate. I don't want to go through that shit with a woman. For what? Women are not staying with you today. They're leaving you. Once they get tired of you, they leave you. Okay? But when you can fulfill fantasies, fulfill the fantasy, nigga. Let me tell you something. This nigga in this little snippet right here, the nigga that was working 14, 15 hours in corrections, saved up an extra 2-3 bands. I will put 3 bands away for every Colombia trip and never spend half the shit. Could barely spend half the shit, right? This nigga was hitting some hoes, making some love stories with these chicks. At no point in me being in Colombia did I think to myself, these girls only want me for the money. If they wanted me for the money, I couldn't tell. I can't tell that she only want me for the money because there ain't no stopwatch, there ain't no stop clock. There ain't no Poppy, hurry up and let you. There was none of that for me, I didn't start really going through that until I came to Medellin. Medellin was where it's like, these bitches ain't shit. But Cartagena, you couldn't tell me these bitches didn't love me. I'm like, yo, these bitches love me. And that's the way you want to enjoy being overseas. Once you start getting to the conversation of she's acting, she's only doing it for the money. These are niggas trying to steal your happiness, nigga. Ignorance is bliss. Enjoy being ignorant. I don't need her to have burning, genuine desire for me. In this instance, this bitch is happy and she's smiling and she likes to be around me. She's all over me. She's doing endless content. Keep in mind, we're filming. You guys probably don't know. We were filming a music video, right? We're not just loving each other, recording. I know you got, like, for 1 second, understand that I'm not holding the camera. We have a cameraman here. So this is like, but it was on some shit like, yo, act like the camera not there. Let's just vibe. I don't even want to think about the camera. Act like the camera not even there. Let's just vibe with each other. This was how we was the whole time we were together. Just like this. The whole time. She ain't texting no other niggas. She ain't worried about no other niggas. Nigga, that's what you want. And what is it costing me? Nothing. It's not even costing me a fraction of the budget. I'm feeding this chick. I'm putting her through the mattress all day, every day. All day, every day. Got hundreds of thousands of videos with her. The first time we met, she pulled up on me and sucked my earlobe. Don't know why she felt like doing that, but that's what she did. And we were talking every day since. I had to come back for the second trip before we actually linked up. You're going to realize a lot of these chicks deep down inside, they're just looking for that one nigga that's going to make her just turn her brain off. That's what you're seeing in this right here. She ain't worried about nothing in the world besides enjoying time with me. You know why she could do that? Because a nigga got the money. Got the money. money. Giving her the money.
Because they're going to find a way to extract resources from you. And secondly, it's not going to be easy for you to just live there full time and then make money unless you're working as a digital nomad. Can you meet a woman that you don't have to pay for play? And yes, there's ways that you can do that, but understand that when you go into that realm, you're not going to just go as you are. You're going to have to immerse yourself in their culture, immerse yourself in the language, know that they're, they're still 20, 30 years behind. So, lots of them still hold very Catholic and Christian values, mainly Catholic values. And you're not going to go there without basically having to embrace their culture, embrace the family. And even then, it's going to be something where they know that you have the resources to be in a foreign land. And that's something that you're just going to be dealing with. It's going to be like being a rich man in the US. You know what I mean? At some point, as you've been living freely, someone's going to have a need and they're going to know that you have the resources to take care of them. So they're going to ask you and they're going to want it. And you might even feel obligated to help. And if, this is for my people that's looking for longer term relationships, that cultural mesh is going to start being more and more felt the more serious you start trying to take some of these women. But if you're just going there to know what it is to date short term, have your fun, and really get to enjoy yourself, I say go there with money. Don't easily just spend your money on, whoever, make them earn it. But do nice things for these women, buy little cheap gifts for them, take them on cheap dinner dates. The dinner dates are very.
This video is 2 years old, and I was telling y'all niggas even back then, don't just freely give money to women, make them earn it. It really surprises me how long I've been saying the same shit. It's like I figured the whole game out only after my second trip. I think my first trip, I was there for 10 days. My second trip, I was there for like 11 days. And then after that, every other trip after that was like 3 weeks, a month, 4 or 5 months, 6 months at a time. It's kind of OD when you think about it. That's a long ass trip to take. Like, yo, I'm about to go there. I'm about to go to Colombia for 6 months. That's crazy, right? But that's been my life for the last 2 years.
Cheap. Have fun and explore and navigate, because this will build up your dating repertoire and your understanding of women when you get to experience it on what's basically steroids in Colombia. When you come back to the US, which the US is slowly turning into the very same thing, where a lot of these women want you to pay for play, especially if you are a black man, you're going to have a much better time when you go to Colombia. You know what I mean? I just think that it's more of an honest transaction, whereas to, women in the West tend to try to make it seem like, they're really only looking for love. Women are only looking for love when their basic needs are met. When their basic needs are not fully met and they're comfortable in that, they're looking for a financial suitor. And this goes across the board because this is just woman nature.
W video. I appreciate you guys for being here with me. Hit the like button if y'all want this stream to continue and keep going. Take a second, for just 1 second, for those of you guys that can, to hit the like button. Hit the like button. Currently, I'm working, so you guys are seeing me kind of just play videos while I'm working. I'm actually working on refining my pitches for government contracts. So basically, I'm setting up a bot that's going to hit me up every time a government contract that falls in my skill set comes this way. And we're going to draft an application for the government contract so that basically, I never really put real attention into government contracts, but I think I should. So, never know. Might get lucky, get a $70,000 contract, $250,000 contract, $300,000 contract that I could work absolutely remote. So I'm entertaining that realm right now. I think that'll be dope if I can land one. So meanwhile, while we streaming and working, like I said, I want to start doing a little bit more like streaming and working at the same time. So you guys can help me by hitting the like button, supporting the stream, $ Homieshub, or sending a super chat. Okay, shout out to the guy that sent a super chat earlier. And let's go to our next video. What should we cover or watch on stream? Let me see. So I never watched this video with the whole like he fell in love with a prostitute thing. Hold on. I fell in love. I never watched that video. Somebody can send me that link. Trying to think who might have covered that video. Let me see. What are we going to cover on stream? Apparently, LeVar Ball is divorcing his wife. I haven't dived into that story yet, but I will. So are you still visiting Medellin even though you're not living there anymore? So I'm currently in Medellin right now. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go back to being a weekend warrior in Medellin, maybe 30 days at a time. It depends. I might say all this shit and still come back here and stay here for 6 months. It gets really comfortable when you can speak a little Spanish. You know where to go. You got your little rotation of girls you can talk to. Food is cheap. Gym is good. I got a gym right next door to me too. I'm about to start going there. Got a boxing coach down here. It's hard to build a little network and then kind of just leave it, but I think I have more fun in Medellin when I'm just here for the weekend. But I think for me, moving forward, I think I want to definitely go to other countries and spend a long time in those countries. For me, Medellin is played out. I think Medi is like played out. Medellin for me is played out. I've done everything that you could do in Medellin. I feel like I've already had my way in Medellin. I flew girls into Medellin. Like I've done everything, bro. To me, it's played out. The mentality of dealing with some of these, girls here is kind of played out. I think if I come back and live in Colombia, it's probably going to be in the coast. It's probably going to be like, where the Afro Latinas are at. Speaking of the Costeñas, here goes a video of the Costeñas.
Obviously, Colombian women are very beautiful, very shapely. So those things together, really drew me to Colombia. The twinkle she had in her eyes when she talked to me really stood out. Hey, how's everybody doing? My name is Sylvester. I'm 45, and I'm from the great state of Virginia. I am divorced, been divorced for a while. I have a son that's 20 years old, and I chose Colombia for many different reasons, but I'm looking to meet somebody, settle down, have something serious, and the Colombian values really stood out to me. The belief in God and family was really attractive, so that's why I looked at Colombia. Obviously, Colombian women are very beautiful, very shapely, so those things together, really drew me to Colombia. Now it was like the choice of like which of the three cities? And after talking to the AFA team and everything, they seem to be a little bit more traditional in Barranquilla than over in other cities. And I'm more of a traditional guy, so hey, that's why I'm here. I'm looking for someone who believes in God, um, somebody that values having a family, because I still want to get married and have kids. Somebody that wants to be in a relationship, that believes in growing together and being part of a team. Someone that's supportive and loving. So that's kind of the things I'm looking for in a woman. All right, so I think I've been on about 10 dates now. So I've been on 10 dates. When I first got here, I started the first date I got here, and I had 2 dates. All the women were nice. The first two I just really wasn't interested in. The third date, for schedule reasons, we couldn't get back together. After the social, a lot more dates opened up. Since then, I've narrowed it down to 2 people that I'm really interested in for different reasons. So I got about another 2 weeks here, so I'm hoping to narrow that down just to that one special person and then spend the rest of the time I'm here with that person. So this is my first time being on a tour. I've looked at, well, once I realized that I was serious about settling down and meeting somebody, I started looking for matchmaking services. That's how I found AFA. Great company, long history. A lot of people have gotten married and have had relationships. So um, I was a little bit skeptical when I first came here. The first night of the social was amazing. There was 15, with me, there's 15 guys here. We formed a friendship and a bond, but so many ladies were here, and it was overwhelming in a good way. It's a good problem to have, and I don't want to say it's a problem, but it's a good thing to have. I think the biggest thing you hear in videos is just to make sure you know what you're looking for, because there's so many nice looking women that are looking for somebody. I mean, I'm just like any guy. I'm like, wow. I'm like, darn. This is awesome. I want to, maintain my composure, but sometimes it was a little hard. But I mean, amazing women, tall, short. You think of Colombian women, you think of from light brown to dark brown, tall, blonde hair, red hair. I mean, everything's here. Everything is here.
The difference between paisas and coastals. So I just had that little conversation with Skeeta a couple days ago. So paisa women are the equivalent of white women in Colombia. Just keep in mind, none of them really look like white girls, right? They look paisa. They have Spanish. I mean, they're technically white, but like you guys get what I'm saying. There's like a mix of them. But paisas grow up in the Antioquia part of Colombia, more of like the mountainous region. They're typically more lighter complected, favor lighter complexion, and have a little bit more of like sense and ego and pride. Coastal women are more closer to African Hispanics. Now, not all of them look African. They just look Hispanic or mestizo. You guys know that look like indigenous, but they have more African heritage and blood mixed with them. So you'll find that the coastal women, a lot of them can end up being like some form of black, right? Mixed, obviously, mixed with the local natives that were here, African and European. But the coastal people live closer to the coastline. They live closer to where they had the slave ships. They live closer to the beaches, right? Paisas live more in like the mountainous regions. So there's a big difference between them when you get really acclimated to like understanding. They're different in the way they talk. Costeños speak faster and with a stronger accent. Paisa speaks slower, a lot slower. Coastal people, I think the coastal women are a little bit more friendly. Yeah, the coastal women are just a little bit more friendly. To me, they're more my speed. A little bit more personable and nice. Like I don't meet a lot of coastal women that are like, I don't know how to explain it. They feel more just personable to me. And I think they're a lot more passionate. But there's a big difference between coastal and Paisa women. There's a big difference. A big difference. Like I think Paisa women got more of an attitude than coastal women, but that could be wrong. I might just like the coastal attitude better. But most coastal women I meet, they're very, very like, you know what I mean? Like I don't meet a lot of argumentative. Even if they're argumentative, they're pretty sweet about it. It's hard to explain. I've had some women that really think they shit don't stink, but it just, they think it, but the attitude isn't coming across that way. You know what I mean? And I think coastal women, through my personal experience, they end up like forming a crush for you a little bit more than the Paisa women. I think Paisa women are just scandalous, but coastal women, the ones that I've met, they're a lot more into me usually, like a lot more. Like Pink Braids, for example, that's a coastal chick. She might not be fully coastal because I think she says she lives a little close to Cali, but I think she's a costeña nonetheless. You obviously see how that is. Like, stalking me, obsessed, really into you. Like really into you with no money involved. Like really into you. You know what I'm saying? Versus, I think a lot of Paisa women. I'm gonna speak mainly for Medellin chicks. I don't want to speak for all of them because there's coffee region chicks that are still Paisa. You know what I mean? That don't act like that. But Medellin chicks are very, very cutthroat compared to like a chick from a little. I don't know what. I think almost every chick from the coast I've met, they just have a way. Even if they're angry with you, and that's not to say they don't get crazy, but I haven't met a lot of them where their attitude wasn't manageable. It's like, all right, you got an attitude, but I could deal with it. It's not like an insufferable attitude. But in general, that's just like Colombian chicks in general. But I think Paisa women are way more, they don't think they shit stink. You need to pay for every second of their time. I don't know. I don't feel a lot of personable between coastal chicks. I mean, with Paisas versus Costeñas. If I have a baby here in Colombia, it's probably going to be with a woman from the coast. You feel me? If I have a real family, it's probably going to be with a woman from the coast because they don't make me feel like a gringo. And they're really into black men. Like they really like black men for real. Versus here in Medellin, these women pretend to like black men, but they don't really like black men like that. Says, how do you know when a woman is Venezuelan and not Colombian? How can you tell? I can't really always tell, bro. I have to ask them. Shout out to you for the $99, bro. I appreciate you, bro. All right.
And from so many different backgrounds, so many different professions. You have a lot of professional women that are here. It's a great opportunity to put you in a room with single eligible women. And then from there, it's up to you to be the best version of yourself and just to make those matches. The team is here for you. The team is here to help you out. But at the end of the day, it's you. And it has exceeded my expectations, and I'm very happy. What good things I've realized at the socials and the tables? Ooh, I think the speed dating. I've never done speed dating before. I think to do what happened over the last, 4 or 5 days, it's gone fast. It's gone by fast, but the last 4 or 5 days would take months. I mean, months. So, I mean, you have in a short amount of time to face to face, see the women, they see you, and it's a two-way street. Just because you're there doesn't mean the women want you or are interested in you and vice versa. So the system that they have is very simple. Your translator is there with you. So you're a team. Hey, Mimi. You're a team, and you guys work together, and you find people that are looking for you, and then at that point, you start your dating process, and hopefully, you guys are able to link up and move forward. So I think that's what was great about it. It's face to face. There's no profiles. You get to hear their voice. You get to see them. You get to look in their eyes. You can actually see when you walk to the table a woman is interested in you. She starts smiling extra bright. Her eyes get big. You don't have to guess. It's very simple. So I don't know. It's easy. Absolutely. So there's two women, and I told you I'm not two women right now. There's two women that stood out to me for different reasons. The first night of the social was Friday. And I was a little bit concerned, actually. That's a great question. I was a little bit concerned because there were women that were interested in me, but I was looking for specific things, and I wasn't finding it. And my last table is the woman that we have the best chemistry and interaction. I met her at my last table on Friday, and she had already had a date for the city tour, and I think she had a date for the boat cruise. And I told my translator, I was like, I have to see this woman. Whatever you do, I don't care what I got to do. I got to have a date with this woman. And it's happened, and right now it looks really good. So hopefully I can tell you that this is the one, but yeah, I'm really excited about her. The twinkle she had in her eyes when she talked to me really stood out. Very elegant. The way that she was thinking and the way she spoke, just in a short amount of time, I picked up on it, and it was really awesome. It was really awesome. First time in Colombia, right? First time in Colombia. Carnival is going on, so there's a lot of cool stuff. Did the boat ride, and it was cool. I've never seen anything like that.
Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. Interested? Learn more at
cali-women.com.
Shout out to you, whoever just sent that cash app, bro. I appreciate you, Brody. Let's go to the next video real quick. If you guys have any particular video that y'all want me to go over, make sure that you guys let me know. Let me see. You guys want to cover some Flyboy Way? He's been doing some great ass content. I don't know if you want me to give you a shout out, but hey man, shout out to you for the cash app, bro. I appreciate you, buddy. So that's not gonna end well. I never believe in that whole like dating shit they be having going on in Colombia. You know what I mean? Damn, what's this dude's name? That guy that fell in love with a prosti? Does somebody have his content or his name? Let's see. Let's put some CGA on the screen real quick while I handle this call. Chat, give me 1 second.
I'm not saving y'all. Go out to Thailand one time and then come back. I felt seen as, oh my Lord. Like, look, this is what you do when you go to Thailand the first 5 times. Or Philippines, Japan, Korea, Cambodia, Laos, Malaysia, Singapore. All right. But we got a passport bro or freedom bro. He ain't a free agent. Because if he was a free agent, he definitely wouldn't have got set up like this one right here. On It's an Evil World We Live In. This nigga got set up.
It's an evil world we live in.
This guy, I featured him previously on a post that he posted of him with a girlfriend in Thailand. Okay, who remembers this? All right. And this isn't the post because I can't find it. I went and looked at his channel or his Instagram and he just scrubbed it off just a little bit. But this is him in Thailand. Shout out to the brothers that go over to Southeast Asia. It's a wonderful place over there. But
what kind of you give me?
He went there and he was showing one of the women that he was with. Now, she was just woken up in bed. So, you know, her face was a little bit swollen. She didn't have her makeup or her eyelashes on, and her hair was pushed back like Hulkamania. Who remembers this? It was funny as a matter of fact, I might be able to bring up the video. Our brother, my editor, might have gone and clipped it for us. But it was funny as hell because I was like, these are the type of dudes that say they go to Thailand and they don't pay. I don't pay, I get it for free. And I'm like, these are the type of women that they get for free. Like, it's not the best quality of women. So let me see if I can quickly scan to see if I did a clip of it because the shit was funny as hell. But we do have an update on him. And this is not to pick on him. This is us giving you some rules of how to survive when you become a passport bro or a free agent or a freedom bro. All right. We want you to have yourself in the best situation here so you don't get got. All right. Let me see. Did our brother clip this one? All right. Maybe he clipped it and I didn't put the video out, but this was funny as a. All right. Let me see here. My editor going crazy. No, you didn't put it out already. All right. I know I didn't put. You know how many clips I have to put out? It's probably up to about 65 or 70 clips that I have to put out. And a lot of people don't watch the live stream and some do, some don't. So I guess I didn't put it out. Damn it. Maybe I did, but it's so far down there. It's crazy. But I can't find the original clip. All right, so since I can't find the original clip, let's go back to what you see on your screen here. Some guys recognize this guy as a barber from Oakland, California. And this is what he was showing you. He was like, oh, you need to come to Thailand because there's beautiful women there. And, you know, there are beautiful women there. But the type of women he was showing was the I get it for free ass women, right? If you go to the go-go bars, that's where the top women are going to be. They're going to be there. The top, youngest, fittest women are going to be at the go-go bar. All right, the bar girls are going to be a step down. Then the ones at the massage parlors and the people out on the beach, all right, across the street at the beach, them going to be just surfing the bottom of the barrel. A lot of those women can't get in the massage parlors or they can't get in the go-go bars, right? So then when you go to 808, you're taking a risk, all right? You can start going to the nightclubs in Thailand. It's going to be a risk, right? It could be every now and then. By the way, the bar girls do go to the 808. So just because she's at 808 and you might have her for free, she's still a bar girl. Ask me how I know. Right, it happens. But what they'll do is they'll go overseas and they'll start showcasing the women that they're, oh, I don't pay when I go over there, and I don't deal with women of the night. I deal with women that are the regular women, right? And of course, if you meet them at a massage parlor or across the street, standing on the street, the likelihood that they're a lady boy skyrockets. All right, it skyrockets because they can't be in the clubs, they can't be at the bars, they can't be at the go-go bars. So it's gonna skyrocket. Even if they're at the nightclub, it's gonna be a chance that she could be a lady boy. In this situation, this is one of the women that he posted, and this is indicative of dudes that say, I don't go over there, I don't trick over there, I don't trick at all. And you're like, bruh, I met a nice girl, she's in her 30s, she doesn't sell, and I'm like, well, she did. Just because she doesn't, or when you met her that she's not doing it, doesn't mean she didn't do it. So this is an example of an old Thai woman, like, golly, bruh. You realize there's 18 to 24-year-old women over there, and this is what you out here telling us about.
I want you. You good heart, very kind man. I miss you. I want to.
Right? You want the dick. Of course, she wants the dick. And these are some washed up. I mean, this is bottom of the barrel if you go to Thailand. Bottom of the barrel. I mean, this is bottom of the barrel if you're in Los Angeles.
She said she want me. And this is why I came to Thailand, because
I want you.
Because she want me.
You're handsome. You are the man of my dreams. I wrote you in the paper today.
You're the man of my dreams. I drew you on the paper today. One thing about women in Asia and Southeast Asia, they're big time hustlers, scammers. Chinese women have the biggest scams going on. All right. They are scammers. All right. Women in Southeast Asia, scammers. All right. They'll scam you. They'll be a man and won't even tell you. That is bad news out there. All right?
I draw the man of my dreams is you.
Man of my dreams is you. All right. This is just the quick hustle, man. This is the quick, I need some money hustle.
And that's you.
Just the quick, send me that Western Union when you get back home. You the man of my dreams.
Same note. Beautiful, same operation note. Same eyebrow, same.
The same guy I drew today and dreamed of. It's you. Okay.
And that's you.
Yeah.
So Annie has something to say.
All right, so that was one of the women he featured, and I was like, ugh. All right, we want you to make sure that when you go over there as a passport bro, as a free agent, as a visa bro, to make sure that you put the skirts on that when you get there. What you need to do is you need to go ahead and get your meat fixed a lot. All right, do not go over there looking for a traditional woman or a traditional wife. You're going to get got in a variety of ways because these women know what to say. They're professionals. They do this all day, all year long, 365 days a year. You're only there for a week or two. They do this every day, every boat load, every plane load, every bus load. They do this every day. And she's been doing it as a bar girl from when she came from Isan. She came from Isan when she was 19 and did this in the bars all day long to 6 in the morning, 4 in the morning. And she then went home and had a bar fine paid for her and got her guts violated and rearranged. Okay, come on. All right, you got to know this. And there's rules that you can follow that we tell you when you go to Thailand or the Philippines or Japan or anywhere. I don't care where you go, Cambodia, Laos, Mongolia, many of these places that I've been, Malaysia, go over there. Never mess with a woman more than 3 days. Have the 3-day rule. Now, this is more of a guideline. I think I was in Thailand for about 12 days, maybe about 14 days on my first trip. And I think I had one girl 3 days. All right, that was it. And then I knew 72-hour rule. All right, no mas. But it wasn't 3 consecutive days. It was 2 days. It was 1 day, then another day, then another day. They were spread out. But once you go past 3 days, even for her, it's a risk because emotions are emotions. We are human beings. No matter if she's a working girl, and that don't matter where you go, guys. This could be even at the JUCO in America. It doesn't matter. Once you go past 3 days or we have the 6-week rule here, all right, it's just a guideline. Once you go past 6 months, I don't care what industry she was in. I don't care if she was a stripper. I don't care if she was a Mother Teresa, none. 6 weeks of and loving is going to throw you off balance and fool you. The nature will start to trick you. Same thing as you go to South America or Central America. Nature is going to trick you. And words are going to start meaning something, especially if you're having raw and you're nutting in the woman and she's letting you lay in her and you laying in the wet spot. This is going to be a recipe for disaster. I don't care how much game you have. Not me, coach. I know she a working girl. I know she a church girl. I know she a Providence girl. I don't care what you say. It's going to start with your brain. First, you had was condom. Then she don't let you wear the condom. And then, damn, now you were not wearing the condom and coming inside her. You're thinking, I know the other guys don't nut in her. Okay. You're cuddling in bed. You're waking up in the morning. You're doing the ritual steps. Just to let you know, even the toughest man is going to get caught by this. Cleopatra had Julius Caesar and to whoever the Mark Antony in a chokehold with that goddamn ecclesiastical Egyptian. Okay, so you have to know this and protect yourself. Don't think that you're going to get to that point. It's kind of like when people get high. Oh, I could do a little bit of drugs. I'll be all right. I could drink 5 hurricanes. I'll be all right. And then you get to the 5th hurricane and now you slurring your words. You done sorted too much K, 2C, or Coca, and you done smoked up too much weed and took 20 milligrams of some edibles at the same time, and you cook. There's no coming back. You can't get back to your rational brain. You got to come down off the high. You got to know that about yourself. Same thing as when you go over there. You got to know and follow the guidelines so you don't get got. Gotcha. Now, this is where we here teaching you here, because now let's take you to the next video. We have series of videos here of this guy here. This is a video says from him with the same girl. Actually, this is a different girl, but it's the same girl that we featured in the first one. So this is him with the other girl. Now, as you can see, she's a lot more dressed down. She doesn't have her makeup on, no lipstick, no lashes. Most Asian women in these working places, they wear lashes, right? There's no lashes. She got her hair slicked back. She's not working the bar today. She done took a 2-week break and you covering her expenses for it. And he says in this video, who said, I love you first? Sheesh.
Like, hey, you know, it used to be like, everything you love me? I'd be like, look, but now, I be feeling like, baby, I love you.
Hey, before when I asked, right? I said, hey, do you love me? He said, no, I don't. I like you. Hey.
I say I like her because she said she'll be like, on the first day, you love me? I'd be like, look, love is a strong word.
Baby, you do my bad later.
What?
You do me look bad later.
No, you said you love me hella fast. He was like, I love you. Like,
I'm just kidding.
I was just kidding. So they're smart. She said that he said that he loved her. And then now he took it back. And she was like, you make me look bad. And he was like, no, you said it. And she was like, I was just kidding. So you see how this game is played. It's a tug of war. And we do this even in regular relationships here. So they both are in love with each other. They're in love with each other. He's in love with her, but he's trying to play and then the mackin'. And she asking like, wait a minute. She's asking this real quick.
American people ain't kind of fuck.
All right.
American people ain't kind of fuck. Love, hate, only break up, make up, drunk, buddy, pity.
you love me though.
No,
So you don't love me?
I love you.
My eyes first met.
So he's a musician. She said, I love you. Okay, now, guys, if a woman over in the Southeast Asia says they love you, don't believe it. Now, that doesn't mean you can't go further with them. I'm just saying, don't believe it, bro. She done told a lot of that she love them. Okay, so now let's go to the next video here in relationship right here.
I keep the momentum.
So if you've been following us, you see we've been giving y'all prices on hotels, how much food costs, how the life is in Thailand. I'm trying to do a border run right now. Me and her trying to stay together, so I got to do a border run to Laos. We got to keep up the momentum, keep promoting the music, and keep promoting the brand. If you want to help us, click the link in the bio.
Click the link in the bio. Help I keep the momentum.
Okay, so he's on extended vacation. It looks like he was there for 5 to 6 or 7 weeks, maybe more. All right. And he didn't fall in love because, guys, like we say, the guideline tells us no more than 3 days. This is why, you know, a lot of people don't realize when you go over there, you got a lot of women. Like, let's say you're there for 2 weeks. that means 3-day guideline. That's 4 women minimum. Okay, that's 4 women. All right, now if you're just doing the everyday rotation, or you doing 2 or 3 a days, because sometimes I'm doing 2 or 3 a days over there. All right, I got double booked, double, triple booked. All right, so I'm busy with it. So my numbers are going skyrocketing. 12 times 12, nigga. Like, all right, anyway. All right. Not 12 times 12, but you know what I mean. All right, it don't end up being that many, but you got to really be moving and shaking out there, or these women are professionals. They know what they doing. So here's what we got here. The next video here in this series scrolls up. This is when he's leaving Thailand. All right, there's many videos if you want to follow this story here, but now this is the saddest day in Thailand. He's leaving.
See though, baby. You sexy right now. Let me see your whole face. Let me get a kiss. This how sexy you is. Let me get a kiss. A real one. Can I get a real kiss? Hold on, they looking. Oh, they looking. That was a real kiss, y'all. Look.
Now, this woman is, look at her. She has done this about 50 times, man. And somebody's saying she's a 5, a 4, or a 3. Compared to what you can get for $100, she definitely is a 5, 4, or a 3. I mean, it ain't even close. But she's been left like, this woman is in her late 30s. She's been left like this a lot. Train stations and airports and hotel rooms and like this. She been there, done that. Been there, done that. You just the next to hop back on the plane. Okay. And there's going to be another dude somewhere else. Let's continue.
Yeah, he like to go over there and do that shit. He like, stop cleaning that bike over here so much.
It's too green.
It's sexy though, baby.
All right. So, Dio, I'm sad you're leaving, dude. You know how many women in Asia were sad that I was leaving? All right. I've had a lot of women in Asia. When you come back, they texting me now. When you come back. Same thing as Colombia, Costa Rica. When you come back. Now, you got to realize, Panama, here's the thing with it. Now, people are going to say that these girls don't really like you. I kind of beg to differ. There is some connection there. But there's also a connection because there's a support system. That's involved to it, too. And their life is slow. Okay, so what we have to realize is when we leave them there, their life is slow. They don't have like 100 other guys. They have a guy here, a guy there. They got to be discretion. They get dogged out. A train ran on them. It gets boring. They get a sick buffalo. They go back and visit their parents. It gets slow for them. So it's not like it's all the time they're engaging with dudes. A lot of times it's just downtime for them. And when they get downtime, they start looking back at the men they got close connections with and or men likely to send them money from Western Union. So then it goes to, there's downtime. I'm bored. It's slow. It's hella slow over there. So now they're like engaging with you, texting you, but they're also doing this with other men, right? Men need to know this going over there. Okay. They need to know that this is a constant for them. This is how they live their lives. Men coming in, connecting, leaving. Men coming in, connecting, leaving. Okay. So this is their life. And that's their life from 14 to 50. By the time she's messaging you, the day is slow. That means nothing else is going on. Their schooling is slow. Their work is slow. The Johns are slow. The next guys that came in on the boat, she didn't get one that week. They sat in the bar and sold no drinks. Like something is just off. And you know that when you go over there, because the majority of women don't got no action going on. All right. And it's hard for them to pick up action. So let's take you to the next video. So that's the video setting up there. And we'll take you to the next video right here. He says, you heard about the Thailand blues. Okay, the Thailand blues. I'm going to skip that one and go to the next video right here. This video right here.
So I'm not going to lie. I missed this whole video because I was on a call. I have no clue what's going on. Okay. But I need someone to send me the real video that the guy himself did where he, like, I guess he fell in love with a bar girl or some girl from Walking Street or something like that. Who's got the information so that I can check it out? We are encroaching on 3 hours, chat. For those of you guys that's in here rocking with me for this morning stream, hit the like button, get the likes up, get the likes up. 26 people in the chat. For those of you guys that's coming in here, donating, I appreciate you guys. Early morning grind makes it all worth it. If you guys would like to support, $Homieshub, or go to thehomieshub.com and send a donation, and you can have your stream or your commentary read out loud on stream. Okay. Let me make sure I actually get the TTS bot in here first. Probably should have did that first. And yeah, we got got a little bit more camera battery life. As of lately, my camera's been dying a lot faster. Not sure why, but it is what it is. Well, let's get back to playing some CGA.
Here says it right here. Okay. He says right here, and this is 23 hours ago. 23 hours ago.
Oh shit! I did not mean to do that. I just closed out the video chat.
Blues. Okay, the Thailand blues. I'm gonna skip that one and go to the next video right here. This video right here says it right here. Okay. He says right here, and this is 23 hours ago. 23 hours ago. He says, I never meant to fall in love with a prostitute in Thailand. Let's play the video.
So what's up, followers? Hey, look, if y'all wondering what happened with me and T-Dot, I left her. But the week I left, she started selling pills. So it's like, and then it's not like she was like, babe, I sell pussy.
Okay.
This is what I do. This is what I got to do to survive. Or she didn't tell me nothing.
I found the video chat. Finally, you guys have been wanting me to react to this video. Here we are. We're going to do an official reaction to this video.
I was dating a prostitute. So to keep it real and not to be sympathetic about the whole situation is that I appreciate the time that I spent and the experiences that I had rather than to focus on the falsehood and ideologies of just downplaying somebody just based off of what they choose to do with their life. You know what I'm saying? But I have a life too, and I got feelings too, and I invested my time too, and I invested my financial stability too, for just to chill with you. I ain't saying I'm poor, I ain't saying I'm broke, but I earned the money that I flew out there, got a room, started mingling, and, you know, I earned the shit that I earned. So if I choose to share it with you, that's on me. But, you know, my dad always said, you know, that's why you don't get paid to think. Because I be making some fucked up choices.
So I ain't gonna lie to you, just off of what I'm hearing off the rip, at first from like clicking this, I thought this like was gonna be one of those like a dude trying to act like he didn't know. If he's making this shit up, he's a really good actor. But from what I'm getting from this video, this nigga is legit hurt. Like he got sad music playing in the background and all that shit. He is legitimately hurt that a girl he was dating in Thailand was selling box.
You feel me? And I ain't gonna say it's all the way fucked.
And he spelled falling in love wrong.
Up just because, you know, she's selling pussy. I could accept it more if she came off the bat like, I like you, you know, I ain't charge you, but usually, you know, I charge for this. Okay.
Yeah. Guys, we are a minute and 9 seconds into this video. I can already tell you exactly what happened to this dude. And it happens to a lot of you dudes. Oh, man. Listen, experience is always going to be your best teacher, right? I talk about this a lot. A lot of you guys hate the fact that you are paying for box. But then when you meet the girl that don't charge you for box, you almost start wishing you would have just paid for it or kind of just knew what it was, right? Like, yo, this is a transactional relationship, right? You guys want this kind of a relationship where the transaction isn't monetary. but you want the heartache of dealing with it. I don't know what guy is comfortable with a girl that doesn't charge him but sleeps with other men for money. Like I don't see how that's more beneficial than just paying for it and not getting your heart strung. So it seems like a minute and 9 seconds that he got his heart strung along and he's like hurt. And it's like, bro, that emotional turmoil will stick with you longer than the loss of a couple bucks. Right? I'm speaking as a dude that deals with women out here that don't charge me. You have to deal with the emotional baggage that she's going to be laying with other men. And this is just a symptom of you existing in a poor country. You guys are looking for Western world values in a non-Western world. So he don't even got to go into the full story. I've seen this play out a billion times in Thailand. You come down here, you deal with a girl, she don't charge you, you think she's a regular girl, you go away, you leave somewhere, something happens where some distance happens between y'all and you're not taking care of her, and you find out that she's dealing with other men. And worse, she's dealing with other men for money. Now you're like, damn, I didn't know you were doing that. How often you've been doing that? I've been giving myself to you. We ain't been using rubbers. I've been taking care of you. Have you been doing this the whole time? And then you start realizing like, damn, so what are we? Like, what were we? Like, why did you not keep it real with me? Because that's not a part of their mating strategy to keep it real with you.
Okay. Now we could have a different type of conversation. Now we could maybe be open up to different type of more.
Yo, someone said this. Is this really the same dude? Someone said, dude probably capping again. This is the same guy who had that viral video in Medellin of getting robbed and breaking his leg. Yo, now that I think about it, this does look like the same nigga. Yo, this nigga got some really bad luck. Or he is an expert at stealing emotional attention from the people. But I don't know. I don't know. He got too much receipts of him being happy with that girl. He might just have some bad luck when he goes overseas.
More things now, but when you withhold information, it kind of like make a person not trust you and make a person, not.
Listen. This nigga be coming overseas and having his trust all types of broke.
Feel you because you're not being all the way 100 about the situation and what it is. If you ask me for something and I got it, I got you. If you really fucking with me, and if I ask you for something and you got it, you should give it to me. If you really fucking with me, and I can honestly say, shit, she ain't give me a penny. Time is worth more than money, but I'm just talking about just spending money on anything. If she spent some money on something, I gave her the money back. Shit. I gave her kids 10 bands. 10,000 baht. Shit. Just because they mama was with me. But I'm not knowing.
The longer I watch this video, the worse it gets.
That they mama don't never be with them anyway. So why the fuck am I giving money away where this shit is normal?
You gave the mama 10,000. You gave the kids 10,000 baht just because the mama was with you. Oh my God. Yo, guys, I'm so tired of seeing this story play out. It's like, yo, us as men, we are fucking cooked. Like, we are so cooked, bro. It's one thing with being a trick and being a simp. And it's another thing when you don't even realize you're being a trick or being a simp. You gave the kids 10,000 baht. Now, that's not a shit ton of money. It's a couple hundred, but you saying it like you feel betrayed. Nigga, if I'm going to give a bitch $350, $400, I'm just going to give her the money because that's what I feel like doing. Niggas be doing this shit to buy love, bro. I be telling y'all, for every Thai girl, especially if she's a little cute, every Thai girl in Thailand, there's 1 or 2 trick niggas sending her money, giving her large amounts of money. Do you know what she would have to? Do you know how many men she would have to sleep with to get 10,000 baht? She could just sleep with one guy and get 10,000 baht. That's why they emotionally hook you, because they want you emotionally hooked so that you give more money than average. This is a mating strategy that men don't seem to understand, especially because he spent time in Colombia too. I don't even like. This video gonna break my heart.
I'm thinking like, man, look, you with me, you away from your kids. But here, this for your kids, so they could, have something going on with themselves, invested. I don't know, 10,000 baht, a lot of money out here. You could do something for them. So when I met her on Tinder, right? I already been in Thailand for like a month almost. I was messing with this other chick that wouldn't leave my room. And I had to switch rooms really to get rid of her. And she ended up, being a free.
This is beard tourism. Y'all be talking about me. This is beard tourism. Whoever lining up this nigga beard, trimming him up for sure ski. Okay, this is real beard tourism. Don't be talking about me. I be talking about me when I got the crazy lineup. This nigga got a real like beard bro. Fuck a passport, bro. Nigga, we about to start a whole new movement called Beard Bros. This nigga is on real beard tourism right now. Okay, welcome to the team, Beard Bro. But yeah, man, he got to be a paid actor, man. I don't know, man. His life is too cinematic for me, bro.
Freelancer too, a prostitute selling pussy. So I get the other room, and I go to the other room. My boy Steve, all the time, tell me get on Tinder. So I get on Tinder, and then some of the girls on Tinder out there say that, hey, I'm a freelancer. This is what I do. And then other girls, they seem like they regular. So shit, I seen T-Dot, we matched. I said, what's up? And shit, we start talking. I'm like, yeah, I'm out here doing music and just, playing my guitar and just trying to, expand my platform. And she was like, yeah, that's cool or whatever. But at this time, she really didn't even understand me like that. Like, it took a while for her to really understand what I was saying. She'd be going to Google Translate and try to translate the shit. But long story short, she called me one night, and it's like, I'm already out at Flex. I think I was at Flex playing pool by myself, just chilling. Like, that's what type of person I am. If you see I'm always by myself, I be chilling. Unless I'm cutting hair or making music or doing a show or just performing. But if anything, I'm cool by myself. So that's what I like to do. Sometimes I like to just go out and spend money and just chill with me. I'm not trying to knock a bitch. I'm not trying to get no pussy or nothing. But this particular night, she had texted me and she was like, I'm drunk. I'm like, where you at?
That's how these Thai girls get niggas. As soon as a girl hits you and say, I'm drunk, it's about to be free pussy. I had a couple nights like that. I ain't gonna lie, my first 2 weeks in Thailand, I didn't pull a single dollar out. It was straight, I'm drunk. I want to see you. Call boat. I'm drunk. I want to sleep with you. And niggas be, whoo. Yo, so wait, so you went to Thailand, you got hit with the I'm drunk, and you thought to yourself you was gonna wipe this? Yo, chat, man. Yo, I think us as niggas, we are too deprived of love and affection. I know when I get the I'm drunk text, she drunk and she looking for dick. You are being utilized as a tool, sir.
I just, you feel me, drunk a beer and shit. So I'm like, shit, this seems like some pussy online, and it was. Long story short, I go get her. Her dress dirty and shit. You feel me?
And they always dirty when they hit you with that I'm drunk. Bitch been drinking, sliding off niggas all night, falling in dirt. They always on some dirty shit. Like, they never on no classy shit out there in Pattaya when they be drunk. They really just be flat out drunk as hell. I'm telling y'all, I don't think there's anything. I thought Medellin was bad. I don't think I've ever seen Sodom and Gomorrah the way I see that shit in Pattaya. Like that shit is like that shit is insane. That I'm drunk means that you about to get a sloppy ass Asian bitch that's gonna come over, maybe give you some pussy and go to sleep. Or she's gonna be sleep the whole day, wake up, and then give you some pussy. Or she might not give you any pussy at all. Right?
But I take her to the room and shit.
All right, man, let's play this shit on 1.5x, man. You know what I'm saying? He taking. Damn, nigga, we 4 minutes into the story, nigga. Damn, nigga.
End up hitting, and then we get up the next morning.
Wait, hold on. What he said?
So I'm like, shit, this seems like some pussy online, and it was. Long story short, I go get her. Her dress dirty and shit. You feel me? But I take her to the room and shit. End up hitting, and then we get up the next morning. We get to talking. I like her accent. You feel me? I like how.
So you basically, all right. So the whole way you met this bitch already sound crazy. So you matched with her on Tinder, and she texted you, "I'm drunk," and you brought her to the crib, and y'all didn't even really get to know each other. You just end up cracking it and went to sleep with her. And then when y'all woke up, then you got to know her. Let me tell you something, bro. Whether this happens in Thailand, Colombia, the USA, Jersey, Philly, you never take a girl serious that you meet like this, crack, spit like nigga, you don't know what. Yo, son, I feel like I'm so tired of like talking about this shit, bro. This video is kind of already getting me mad, bro.
How she talking is foreign to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this shit cool, you know, a little sexy little thing. Like, I ain't never had no Thailand pussy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm fucking with it. So this how.
Wait, what? You ain't never had no Thailand pussy? Didn't he just say he had some chick that was in his room that he couldn't get her out the room? So then who you had in your room? You had some African chick in your room? Did he not just say he been in Thailand for a month already, or I'm tripping? What's the story that he's telling us right now? Is this nigga lying, or he just getting his timeline, or is he like not like you been in Thailand for a month and you ain't getting no Thai pussy? Wait, hold on, let me run that back, nigga. Maybe I heard that wrong.
Next morning and shit, and we get to talking. I like her accent. You feel me? I like how she talking. It's foreign to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this shit cool. You know, a little sexy little thing. Like, I ain't never had no Thailand pussy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm fucking with it. So this how it start off, just like innocent. You know what I'm saying? Like two people meet on Tinder. Ain't no money exchange. You know, she ain't telling me. She told me to come take her to her room. And I was like, you coming back with me? She was like, we go to your room. I never even know if she really had a room. But, you know, she say she did. I don't know. I don't really believe nothing no more. But we had a good time. You know what I'm saying?
She came through and you had some good ass sex. I get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit is like a fucking. I just want y'all to know, like, between Thailand and coming back to Medellin, I've been overseas. Like, not counting the 2 years I've lived overseas, but I'm saying, like, since Thailand to now, it's been about 9 months. When I tell you I have seen this story play out 70 billion times, and it is like the most tiring, exhausting thing. Sometimes I don't even got words for it. Like I know I'm supposed to react to this video, but it's hard for me to like even say, like, I just want to just play it and just shake my head the whole time. And I know I got to commentate through it, but this shit is like.
And like, it was so good of a time, we never left each other. Like, for real, we was having the best time of our life. And the deal was that, you know, hey, I do content, I'm doing my music, and if we get, you know, millions of views, it could transfer over to the music. And we put the music in the background and people catch on to Out the Bag or Cowboy or Vaquero. That's what I was out there doing, promoting my music. So, you know, she with it. So we instantly started vlogging. I started, you know, meeting her family, and you know, it started off as something like, you know, just dating and making content. You know what I'm saying? Just two nice looking people making content, getting to know each other. And, you know, that's how I started off. And before, I asked her hella questions like, you know, you got kids, what you do for a living? I was like, are you a freelancer? Like, She like, I'm not a freelancer. And I'm like, oh, so what you do? And then she went on her Instagram and, you know, showed me hella shit like, oh, I did this, telling me how she paid for school for her kids and shit, all the little shit. I'm listening to her and I'm impressed and I'm happy for her and I'm proud of her accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? That she was displaying.
What did she say that she did? She did this, she did this, she did this. What does she do? This nigga put freelancer equals prostitute. Nah, this nigga gotta be a dumbass. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. This nigga didn't even spell prostitute right in the title of the video. He spells freelancer wrong. Yo, what's up with this nigga? This nigga gotta be an expert troll or a dumbass. Yo, what the fuck am I watching right now? What does this nigga do for a living? Because it's going to make more sense why you let your guard down. A bitch goes, I do this, I do this, I do this. And she's fucking you the first night she meets you, and there's no red flags that go off in your head that maybe she's about to start leeching.
To me in the broken English that she was trying to speak. So I was just like, man, you really do speak cool English. You feel me? Like, because I understand you. I got to really think about what you're trying to say, but I understand you. So getting to, you know, just like, hey, how did you know you was dating a prostitute? Like, when did you? I didn't know until I got back to California, because the whole time that we was out there, it was like when I was talking to her, like in the beginning, I'm like, hey, do you have money? Where do you stay? Where do you live? Where's your family from? You know? And it took me like maybe like 2 weeks just to go out to Chatham South to go meet her family and shit. So, you know, everything was like normal. You feel me? So I'm like, okay, this is a normal Thai girl. You feel me? Like, she be getting turned up. Like, she didn't have her little scenes when she at the club. And, you know, she getting drunk and acting out. But I'm like, I know alcohol, you know, changes people. I'm really in tune with the Most High. So I understand when you drink, you know, you put a spirit inside of you. Sometimes, you know, it's a happy spirit, an evil spirit, a joyful spirit, a grieving spirit, an envious spirit. You know, when people drink, they get all these type of things when they're.
Yeah, he definitely giving me Hebrew Israelite vibes on 1,000%. He's definitely giving me Hebrew Israelite, good California dope, traveling with, you know, with the alignment of the stars. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all like get what I'm trying to say. Like, he is definitely giving me I go with the wind type of vibe right now.
Around other people, especially me. So
I find these people very interesting that understand and identify with good and evil spirits, but will be amongst a bunch of evil spirits. When you've been in Pattaya, though I don't believe in good or evil spirit, well, I do believe in that, but it's like Pattaya has got to be one of the places in the world with the lowest human vibrations I've ever witnessed in my life. But it's like, I'm in it. Like, I'm in the middle, and I'm not just in the middle of that shit. I'm maneuvering through that shit. But I couldn't do that shit every day. I just could not do that shit every day. And these women have to be out there doing that every day because that's how they survive. So being a part of low vibrational spirits is what they do 24/7. They got to do it. And they eventually kill themselves. They have, you feel me? Like, they feel nothing after you leave, bro. So I'm trying to understand, you being in tune with the Most High, there was no part of you that could figure out that the girl you're sleeping next to every day is a prostitute? You didn't feel all of the demon spirits coming out of that coochie, nigga?
you know, like I said, like everything was normal, I promise you. But like the money thing was like a real thing, because I was like, I only bought enough money for me and like to be balling. You feel me? I'm like, if it's just me, I'm eating everywhere, going out, doing anything that I want to do. But when I met her, I was like, you hella cool. Like, shit, you could actually help me out. You know what I'm saying? And you could stay with me and I like feed you and, you know, all the little shit. My nigga D. That nigga D just pulled up. Shit, I made this video because I don't want to fuck up my image and what I got going on in my real life. Anybody who know me know that I'm not a nigga that fly out the country to go buy pussy and go trick off on bitches. I literally go to other countries to share knowledge and exchange culture values and learn languages only. If I happen to meet a chick, which is a high possibility, I'm a young man. My skin is brown, my hair is nice. Some girls think that I'm handsome. I don't have any kids, I don't have a wife, so it's a probability wherever I go, I might knock something. So it's like, I just wasn't ready for this one because I'm like, look, I literally ran into something so dangerous in my life again to where like, you know, I'm with a person and they acting like this. And then shit, as soon as you leave, and I'm glad it's when I left, you done turned into something totally different. So check out the story on my YouTube channel. That's why I said like, when I started vlogging with her, I had it in my mind that on my page that I'ma just show the world how I am as a person, how I treat my woman when she with me, how I interact with her. And with me and her, it was a language barrier. So, you know, I'm being patient with her, teaching her stuff, showing her new things, showing her about ChatGPT, teaching her how to edit film and, you know, market pretty much. She don't know that this is marketing, but I'm like, hey, I'm teaching you a real job that you could probably do for a company if they show interest in just liking you.
Yeah, there's no point in doing that. Once a woman figures she can make a living selling box, you're wasting your time. You're 100% wasting your time. She's not going to be trying to land a job. A woman that you know, I just want to know what she told you she did for a living and where she lived and how she was surviving. Because if you can't figure out how food is getting put on that table, I want you to understand you're the nigga putting the food on the table, and you left because you were giving her money. This is a fucking tiring conversation. If you're giving this girl money, you cannot say she's not with you for the money. It's like literally impossible. You're already giving her the money. So you can't figure out what she does for a living, or she does a bunch of shit. How much money, like, bro, you're spending time with her, you're laying down next to her, you're not treating her like a regular prostitute. You need to get into the nitty-gritty of how she's getting to the money. I swear to you guys, like, women control men so easily. All they got to do is put that pussy on you, and it's like niggas don't be thinking straight no more.
You as a person, these are skills that all companies need. So, you know, I'm just being me. But the thing about that is when I be me, it make the other person be fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, fake as fuck.
No, it's not. They already are fake, bro. That's the thing. You don't make them be fake. They already are fake.
Well, I feel you. The bitch already fake, but I'm like, she faked me out because I'm like, my thing is because she really got me because she really got me look, she got me an extension. Nigga, I stayed over her family house. Hella shit, so I'm not thinking it. But her family knows she probably sell pussy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking like,
or they don't care enough. They just care about whatever stuff they get it from her money. That's all that really matters, bro. It's like they're not judging, bro. What people do to get their money, you feel me?
Yeah.
So if you think you can really do something.
Yeah, I do understand the dynamics of the family structure, like the girls that go out, sell their pussy and shit, and then, you know, send money home or whatever, and whatever they do. But I'm like, if her family knows she be doing that, and then she brought me over there, it's like, what was they thinking? You feel me? Like,
nigga, they was thinking that you about to give her the bag, like you did. It's like niggas be knowing and they just choose to be stupid, bro. I don't even think he acting. I think he like legitimately has cognitive dissonance as it pertains to this situation. He has real cognitive dissonance. Like he didn't think it could happen to him. I don't even know if I want to play the rest of this video. I think I'm over it, chat. I ain't gonna lie. I I don't feel like playing the rest of this video, man. This shit getting me mad the more I listen to this shit. Like, wait, so you already knew chicks sell pussy, send money back to the family, and the family knows they doing that, and you were still confused as to why she brought you home? Nigga, she was showing the family the next meal ticket. She was showing the family the next meal ticket. I want to know how much money you gave to her total. I want to know how much money you gave, because if you gave $1,000, you done fed that family for months. You done fed that family for months. The whole family for months. Anyways, chat, you guys take a moment and hit the like button. We've been on stream for 3 hours. I appreciate you guys for watching me this early morning. I'm about to take my lunch break, which really means I'm not taking any break. I'm about to lock in 100% on the work. I hope I've been able to give you guys some entertainment and something to listen to this morning. If you guys got any videos you want me to cover for later tonight's stream, make sure that you guys send that to me at my Mosa Instagram or the Homieshub. Make sure that you guys join the Discord at thehomieshub.com. For those of you guys that's in here rocking with me and watching and enjoying the content. And if you just want to support the work at the Homieshub, go to thehomieshub.com or just go to Homieshub on Cash App. Via Cash App, you can send a donation. I appreciate all of y'all for watching and rocking with your boy. It's been real. All right. Do not hit your head on the way out. Y'all already know what it is. We will be back probably later tonight. Let's get it.
Yeah. She know me as king, but today I told her she'll see me as sin or a god. Bow down, it'll give me your eyes. I come before you, but not as a mirage. To be the answer to all of your prayers. Get it now instead of waiting on later. Need a man that isn't stricken by greed. I'm only stricken when you get on your knees. Girl, don't pray for me, you can pray to me. It's blasphemous if you don't believe, cause I bear the fruit, but not off the tree. But I bear the fruit to show you you're free. Don't pray for me. All the things you wanna say for me, you can say to me. Activate my inner savior. Can't watch you act on your inner nature. I can't watch you slide down that pole. Watch new niggas take you home. I'm here to save your soul and purify you with that roll. I can't just sit back and just watch you. You got a heavy burden, I'ma spot you. You feeling sick, I'll be a doctor. I want you to love me. I want you to love me like a God that you ain't never seen. I wanna be to heaven you ain't never been. I wanna purge 11 that's been meddling. Life's a trip, keep you pedaling. Let my love just settle in. I write you letters in cursive. Just let me be the one you worship. Yeah, worship.